games. You're going against opponents in the league, and the next thing you know, your teammates with them. But after I kind of took a step back and after we won, it was such an awesome experience, and I couldn't ask for it any other way. Just being able to go from winning an NBA championship to winning the gold medal in, 2 weeks, definitely a unique experience.
You guys are in good position right now. What's important for your team these last 20-some games to get ready for the playoffs, and the fact that you have that significant playoff experience, how much you think that's going to help you?
I think the experience definitely helps. I think staying healthy is always a key. We got Jay Crowder now, so implementing him into the system and seeing how much he can help us, because we know that he's going to help us so much. But honestly, I think staying healthy so that we can really, once the grind's over, start another grind.
With Bucks All-Star Jrue Holiday here in Salt Lake City, you mentioned being here with the captain. Obviously, you're referring to Giannis. Two things. First of all, what's going through your mind as Giannis hits the stanchion, grabs his wrist, and secondly, you see him more than we do. How's he feeling?
I mean, when I saw it, I was like, dang. Giannis never squints or anything. He's a tough dude. So when you saw it, you knew that it was hurting him. But I think just being here with him, being able to experience this whole thing with him is cool. Him being captain, hopefully he chooses me on his team. That really make him a great teammate, you know. But honestly, just being here to experience this with him is really cool.
Holiday drives in a crowd, trying to feed it to Giannis. He bobbled it, slings it to the corner. Lopez, three-pointer, and he rattles it through. Milwaukee takes the lead back. Brook Lopez with a clutch three here.
My old buddy, I got a chance to coach in Brooklyn a long time ago. Is it possible Brook is playing even better, or this is one of his best years since he's been in the league?
For sure. He's another guy. Matter of fact, we were All-Star the same year. But he's another guy that I feel like doesn't get as much recognition as he deserves. Offensively, he just reached 15,000 points, which is something crazy. I think he's like Nets leading scorer or something insane. I think offensively, people think that he's not as good as he really is, and that just shows how much of a team player that he is and how much he wants to win, what he has to do for the team. But defensively, I would say he's always had my back. The way he's blocking shots, the way if I get beat, he takes on that guard and the big at the same time. I don't see many bigs doing that in the way that he's doing it. So, Brook right now is like my favorite player and such an elite guy, and honestly wish that he had more recognition.
Holiday on the other side. He's got Siakam on him now. He steps back, fires away from 38 seconds. Jrue Holiday in the clutch. Delivers again. Stop on a dime. Let it fly. And do your thing.
Last question for you, Jrue. You guys won 12 straight coming into the break, and you're still not at 100%. What does that lead you to believe here as you come down to these last month and a half of the regular season?
That if we can stay healthy, we'll be okay. Even with injuries, and we know that happens, people on our team step up, and we do a good job stepping up, just supporting each other and putting each other in positions to be successful. But if we can stay healthy, we have another really good chance of accomplishing the goal that we want to accomplish.
Well, I know a decade is a long wait to get back to All-Star Weekend as a player, so enjoy it all.
I'm doing my best.
Jrue Holiday, the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go back to the studio.
Kesty, PJ, Jrue, thank you very much. WTMJ had the calls. The Bucks represented by Giannis and Jrue Holiday. Is Giannis going to be able to play today? We do know this. Coming up next, an NBA Countdown. Giannis and LeBron start their draft. They will pick their reserves. Who gets selected where? We find out next. You're listening to the NBA on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
Do you want to gain stability, benefits, and experience? As a youth development specialist with the City of New York, you can build a solid civil service career working with New York City's youth. Start earning over $47,000, and in 3 months, you can get a $2,500 bonus. Earn a pension, paid overtime, health care, and in just 5 years, over $60,000. Apply now at nyc.gov/YDS. Make a difference in the lives of our youth. Become a youth development specialist today. Learn more at nyc.gov/YDS.
When you support City Harvest, you do more than just provide hundreds of millions of pounds of food to millions of hungry New Yorkers. You feed hope for a kid up in Parkchester. You feed confidence for a first-in-her-family Queens College freshman. You feed community for folks in Canarsie Park. You feed compassion for retired Staten Island nurses who continue to serve. You feed strength for office workers in Manhattan. When you support City Harvest, you feed good. Support us at cityharvest.org.
Sloman's Home Security is celebrating their 100-year anniversary. To celebrate, the next 40 ESPN listeners who call 1-800-ALARM-ME will get a free doorbell, camera, and home security system professionally installed from Sloman's when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. That's 100 years of being the best in total home security. I should know. I used them myself. For over 100 years, the Sloman Shield has had your back. Trust the best in total home security. To celebrate the first 40 listeners right now, get the limited time offer. You're getting a state-of-the-art LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and backup battery and a doorbell camera for free with installation of your Sloman Shield when you use Sloman's low-cost central station monitoring. Get real home security, professional monitoring, professional installation, and a free customized home security system. Call Sloman's at 1-800-ALARM-ME. 100 years of family-owned dedicated service. That's Sloman's 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Switch and save with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction. Get unlimited data, talk, and text for $30 a month per line for 2 or more lines. And stay connected on America's largest 5G network. Plus, with Optimum Mobile, you'll save up to $500 on the new Samsung Galaxy S23 series. Yes, really, up to $500. Stay up to date with the latest and greatest phone at an amazing price. And as an Optimum customer, you'll save on your monthly internet bill when you add Optimum Mobile. These deals won't last long. Make the switch today and get unlimited for just $30 a month for 2 or more lines. Plus, savings up to $500 off the new Galaxy S23 series. Visit Optimum.com/mobile, head to your local Optimum store, or call 8776-OPTIMUM to learn more today. Optimum. Get closer. Go farther. Auto pay required. Exclusive pricing for 2+ lines of service with unlimited data option. Up to $500 savings applied as immediate credit toward purchase of eligible funds. Offer subject to discontinuance or change at any time. Terms and restrictions apply.
Attention. Were you released on bail from Rikers or another New York City jail between October 4th, 2014 and October 21st, 2022? If your release was delayed after your bail was paid, you could get $3,500 or more from a settlement. For more information or to file a claim, visit www.nycbailsettlement.com or call 1-833-472-1994. Paid for by the City of New York.
When you support City Harvest, you do more than just provide hundreds of millions of pounds of food to millions of hungry New Yorkers. You feed hope for a kid up in Parkchester. You feed confidence for a first-in-her-family Queens College freshman. You feed community for folks in Canarsie Park. You feed compassion for retired Staten Island nurses who continue to serve. You feed strength for office workers in Manhattan. When you support City Harvest, you feed good. Support us at cityharvest.org.
This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin Winter with you inside our studios. Let's go out to Salt Lake City, Vivint Arena. It's time for the draft of the reserve players, the 2 captains, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Here's your host, TNT's Ernie Johnson.
My first pick.
What'd you say, LeBron?
I already know this first pick.
So do I.
My first pick gonna be Damian Lillard.
Wow. Dame, as you might know,
how's that?
Won the 3-point last night. He's given the Blazers 31 a night, and he's the first pick. Look, that surprised me too. No, you're not gonna do him dirty here, are you? No, you're not.
See, Giannis has changed this weekend.
I think so too.
You know, he always talk about loyalty being loyal.
I know who might.
And all of that stuff, right? So I knew for sure his first pick was going to be Drew. So I don't know what's going on with Giannis. Okay. You messed my whole draft board up now.
I'm sure it will be.
With my first pick, I'm going to go with Anthony Edwards.
You know what's great about that pick, folks, is that the oldest guy in the game just took the youngest guy in the game. Anthony Edwards, 21 years old. And by the way, Anthony, go Dogs. All right. So your guy is still up there. Giannis, you got the next pick.
So my second pick is going to be Drew Holiday.
What makes him such a great teammate?
A great teammate, but more important, he's more than a teammate. He's a great human being. He's always there for us. He's a great leader, and he's also a great basketball player. Both ends. He leads us offensively, moves the ball for us, finds us, puts us in the right spots. But defensively, he's just a nightmare.
And major reason the Bucks number 2 in the East, just a half game behind Boston for the best record in the Eastern Conference. All right, LeBron.
My second pick of the draft. My second pick is Jaylen Brown
from the Boston Celtics. Second All-Star appearance, and what a year. Career high in points, rebounds, and field goal percentage, giving the Celtics about 26 a night. You want to explain some of your reasoning here, LeBron, and for how you construct your team?
Yeah, I got to have a lot of youth, a lot of athleticism, and some shot making. Got to have some shot making on the team in this game. So starting off pretty good so far.
He's happy with where he is. I'm sure you are too. Let's go to pick number 3.
So my third pick is going to be one of the most exciting rising star, superstar in the league right now, John Moran.
He's starting. I hate to break it to you, but he's starting.
What's up? What?
You talk about somebody's draft board being
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? He's trying anything, y'all. Giannis is trying anything, y'all. So, let's go back.
Let's go another direction.
So, my third pick then, so let me scratch this.
Out comes the pen.
So, my third pick gonna be Shea.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA. Congrats. First-time All-Star. Fourth player from Canada to be an All-Star. 33 games of at least 30 points. And, look, he's played 53 games. He's been the Thunder's leading scorer in 47 of those. So SGA, it took a while, but he goes to Giannis. Okay, LeBron, are you straight on who the starters and reserves are?
I believe so.
Okay, go ahead, you're up.
With my third pick, this is my third pick, correct?
It is your third pick.
My third pick, because this is a family-oriented game, I'm going to go with PG-13, Paul George.
23 points a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And if you're into the metric thing and plus minus, Clippers are plus 141 when he's on the floor, and when he's off, minus 122. Take that for data. Okay. Are you good here? Is everything settled now?
Everything's good.
Good.
Everything's good. I was just excited to get Josh. So, this is my fourth pick, right?
It is.
With my fourth pick, I'll pick DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, six-time All-Star. Guy shooting 51% from the floor this year, 13th scorer in the league. All right, LeBron.
With my fourth pick, I'm going to take Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton, a first-timer. 20 points a game, also number 4 in assists, number 3 in steals, and again, a young guy. Okay, only 22 years old. All right. How about it, Giannis?
With my fifth pick, man, my team looks stacked right here, man. I love my team so far. With my fifth pick, I'm going to take my African brother, Pascal Siakam.
Hey, Pascal.
We're doing it for the motherland.
Yeah. The highlight of his season, 52 at the Garden. 7th visitor to ever go for more than 50. All right.
With my fifth pick, I'm taking the New York Knickerbocker, Julius Randle.
Julius giving the Knicks 25 and 11. And here's what I love. It's like Anthony Edwards. Julius Randle's played every game this year, all 60 for the New York Knicks. Getting down to it here as far as the reserves go, Giannis. What you got?
With my sixth pick, I'm going to take a guy that I believe is one of the hardest playing dude out there. He gives everything every single night for his team in order for them to win. Bam Adebayo
of the Miami Heat. Guy has upped his scoring average every year of his 6 years in the season, 22 and 10 this year. Yes, LeBron.
With my sixth pick, I'm going with who I believe is the fastest guy from baseline to baseline, De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox of the Sacramento Kings. Not only is he quick, he's the NBA's leader in clutch points this year. All right, we got 2 more.
So with my seventh pick, right?
This is your last pick of the reserves.
I'm going with Sabonis.
Domantas Sabonis.
My brother.
I got an NBA leading shot blocker per game.
Yes, you do. You have Jaren Jackson.
We got to play some defense at some point. Let's go, JJ.
So there we are. Ernie Johnson coordinating with LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kevin Winter with you. This is NBA Countdown before the 72nd All-Star Game. What you just heard was the live draft of the reserves. And yes, Giannis, reserves. Giannis tried to take Ja Morant. He's an injury starter replacement for Steph Curry. My favorite tweet about Giannis. Giannis is the guy who drafted the player who went 4 rounds ago in the fantasy draft. Whatever. Starters are coming up. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
It's an extra hour and a new start time. Pietro and Rothenberg.
Morning 6 to 10.
WEPN FM, New York.
So a portion of the teams are set. LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo have drafted their reserves. Up next, they select their starters. This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio.
The all-new NBA app is happening and has you covered from coast to coast. Live tip-offs at your fingertips and highlights right as they happen. Catch every can't-miss moment before, during, and after the game. And behind the scenes like you've never seen. All access, all all the time. All in one app. Because if it's happening in the new NBA app. So get the app today.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535. 800-511-3535.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code PAW24. Use code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Taxback not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
The basketball and hockey seasons are heating up. Baseball is just around the corner, and nothing beats seeing your favorite team live. Not only does Vivid Seats have great ticket prices, they're also the official ticketing partner of ESPN. And with Vivid Seats rewards, when you buy 10 tickets, you get the 11th free. Download the app or visit vividseats.com today. Vivid Seats. Life happens live. Receive a reward credit equal to the average price of the 10 tickets purchased, excluding taxes, fees, and processing costs. See vividseats.com/rewards for terms and conditions.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
Listening to the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin Witcher with you inside our studios. Good news is we have half of the teams set. Today's player resume is brought to you by Indeed. Looking for quality candidates this new year? Look no further than Indeed. Their new video interview tool takes the hassle out of virtual hiring. Visit Indeed.com/credit. LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo have selected their reserves. We go back to Mark Kestisher and PJ Carlissimo at a Vivint Arena. Guys, what'd you think?
Well, Kev, there's 8 starters waiting to see which team they're going to go to. We'll get you right back up to Ernie Johnson in a moment. But PJ, the big surprise, I think we all anticipated Drew Holiday going #1 to Team Giannis, and I know that LeBron James was going to take Dame Lillard, so Giannis said, I want to win, and he took Lillard with his first pick.
And he was probably smart enough to realize LeBron wasn't going to be spiteful and just take Drew, so he ended up getting Drew, and he also got the three-point champion, second local favorite behind Lauri Markkanen. And he's got bigs. Giannis has more bigs than Bron does at this point. It'll be interesting to see the starters, whether Bron loads up with a little more size.
Well, the 8 starters have just made their way up to the stage. Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Nikola Jokic, Lauri Markkanen, Donovan Mitchell, John Morant, and Jason Tatum. And I think we're going to toss it over to Ernie Johnson of TNT, the master of ceremonies.
The most votes in the balloting, he gets the first pick of the starters. And you've checked your sheet, and he's ready to go.
With the first pick in the 2023 All-Star Starters game, I'm going with Joel Embiid.
Eastern Conference Player of the Month for both December and January. Out of the 45 games he's played, 30-plus in 31 of them. Okay. Giannis.
With my first pick, you got a big, huh? So that means I got to get a bigger too. But with my first pick, I'm going to go with Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum is the youngest Celtic to ever be a 4-time All-Star. And he's on Team Giannis. All right, LeBron.
With my second pick, and the 23 All-Stars, I'm going with the Wizard, a.k.a. Young God, Kyrie Irving.
Hey, Cleveland, that was for you. When he was just a young buck at 21, he was the All-Star Game MVP back in 2014. All right, Giannis.
With my second pick, I got to make sure he's on stage. Okay, cool. Okay. With my second pick, as I said before, rising star, superstar, most electrifying player in the league, Ja Morant.
He tried to sneak one by us in the first round, but now legit he picks Ja Morant. 8th in the league in scoring and 5th in assists.
With my third pick, I'm going to go with Luka Doncic.
He is the league's leading scorer. Got 10 triple-doubles, including a 60-point triple-double against the New York Knicks. Giannis.
I got him the right way I want him. I got him. So, this is my third pick?
Yes.
Okay. With my third pick, I'm going with Mr. 71, Donovan Mitchell.
Score in the league, and those 71 came against the Chicago Bulls. In fact, it was 71 and 10 assists in that game. There were just 2 starters left up here. LeBron?
I already know. With my last pick, I'm going with Mr. Triple-Double himself right here. Nikola Jokic. The Joker.
And Lauri Markkanen.
So, with my last pick, I'm going with Lauri Markkanen. Let's go, Utah!
There you go. Giannis trying to bring down the house, taking the hometown Lowry Markkanen. Donovan Mitchell got a nice hand from the Utah faithful, also on Team Embiid, or rather on Team Giannis. And for Team LeBron, he's got the two new Mavericks teammates in Luka and Kyrie Irving.
He does, man. I'm really surprised. Jokic went late. He's got Jokic and Embiid over there. I'm going to be surprised if Nikola Jokic doesn't step up and send a little message here.
The two-time reigning MVP, who might be a three-time. And before we get back to Kevin Winter, Jaylen Brown went early, which leads you to believe that maybe he's available to play tonight. And Joel Embiid went early as well, so maybe both guys will be able to play some minutes tonight.
Yeah, we're going to find out. It's interesting. I mean, past years, history tells you. I remember when Pop was coaching in Denver, and a couple guys came to him and said, "Hey, Pop, just get me out there for a little bit. I don't have to play a lot of minutes tonight." And there might be some of those messages that were delivered to LeBron or Giannis tonight.
Well, before we go back to Kevin, it looks like they're going to be singing happy birthday to Nikola Jokic, who turns 28 today and is the first ever All-Star starter to play on his birthday. I wonder if he had a celebration deep into the night last night. We'll have to do some investigating on that.
We wish you the best tonight, Team LeBron.
All right, sounds like if they are going to sing, it'll come later. But these are the teams we believe. We don't think there's any trades going on. Looks like Giannis and LeBron both left happy with the guys that they selected, because there had been talk of maybe there'd be some trading. But we have the teams for Team Giannis. We have the teams for Team LeBron. We will reset it all for you before we get the tip underway here in Salt Lake City. For now, let's go back to the studio. Here's Kevin Winter.
All right, Kesty, PJ. Just to reset the starters, Giannis goes with Tatum, Ja Morant, Donovan Mitchell, Larry Markkanen. LeBron James takes Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic. Let's go inside the numbers with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, brought to you by Dell. Dell Technologies President's Day sale starts now with savings on select sleek XPS PCs and more, powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Call 877-ASK-DELL. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, they are the first duo in NBA history to each average 30 points in their first two games together as teammates. That is according to the Elias Sports Bureau. They will be teammates tonight. They will also be coached by Michael Malone. Here's the interesting part. When he spoke with Mark Chestersher and PJ Carlissimo a short time ago, he didn't even know who his team was going to be.
Kevin, thank you very much. Coach, how different is it to coach a game when you're still waiting to find out who you're going to be coaching?
Well, let's take it back one day. How difficult is it to have a practice when you don't know your team? So obviously the NBA is trying a new format this year. LeBron and Giannis, respective captains of their conferences, will pick their teams, and we'll find out, and we'll make the most of it. But this is all about the players showing their greatness, and it's allowing us to all have fun. And I think that fourth quarter with the Elam ending, I think that's when things get competitive, and looking forward to that.
Michael, it's almost old hat to you. Second time as a head coach, and having been here also as an assistant All-Star. But growing up in a basketball family, your father's such a great coach, and I know how much basketball has meant to you your entire life. What are these 3 days like for you? And sometime when you're running around with your head cut off these 3 days, do you kind of reflect back on how meaningful this is?
I think you have to force yourself to, Coach, because what I love to be with my wife and my two girls, of course, because family is most important, but I don't take this lightly. You know, representing the Western Conference, my coaching staff who does a great job, and life's about moments, and like just being reunited with LeBron, who I coached for 5 years, being around Nikola, but in a different setting, a more relaxed setting, where he can kind of take a deep breath and let his hair down. So you have to enjoy these moments and make the most of them. And I've enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the game tonight. And when you can meet the players that you compete and coach against every night, that's the unique thing, getting to know these guys as men, not just basketball players.
Michael, you just mentioned LeBron James and the time you spent with him, and everyone we talk about him becoming the all-time leading scorer, and it's his 20th year and his 19th All-Star game. Can you process the guy you've known all those years ago and what he's become now?
It's incredible, because when I walked into the locker room, I saw him because he wasn't around yesterday. Big smile, big hug, and we had 5 great years together in Cleveland. And what's just remarkable is the longevity, the consistency, and the fact that he always found ways to improve and to get better and to grow. And that's the definition of greatness, a guy that is just never satisfied. It's amazing he's the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. I will always consider him a great passer, and who just played long enough and a high enough level to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I believe today he's going to break another Kareem record, LeBron playing in his 19th All-Star game. So to be teamed up with him once again really is a privilege and an honor just to be around him and his greatness.
That is Michael Malone. A short time ago with Mark Kestisher and PJ Carlissimo. At the time, Michael Malone did not know the team that he was coaching. He did not know any of his players. He does now. Quick run through some of the lineups. LeBron James goes to Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic. Giannis Antetokounmpo, his starters, Jason Tatum, John Morant, Donovan Mitchell, Lauri Markkanen. I'll give you the reserves coming up next. Also coming up next, we're going to meet one of the reserves, Julius Randle, in his second All-Star game appearance as a member of the New York Knicks. What does it mean to him? We hear from him and then start closing in on tip-off here in the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. This is the NBA on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
The NBA created the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. Abdul-Jabbar has long been committed to using his influence to engage on social issues to promote equality and fight discrimination. And in 2016, Kareem was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor.
Black History Always. Celebrating Black History Month on ESPN Radio.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing and me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clear skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
The all-new NBA app is happening and has you covered from coast to coast. Live tip-offs at your fingertips and highlights right as they happen. Steph Curry drills the three. Catch every can't-miss moment before, during, and after the game. And behind the scenes like you've never seen. All access, all the time. All in one app. Because if it's happening in the new NBA app. So get the app today.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin Oyster with you inside our studios, closing in on tip-off. We've almost made it, everyone. A little more than 20 minutes to go. We're going to hear from De'Aaron Fox and Drew Holiday coming up from the layup lines as they start prepping and warming up for this game. We now have the teams for this one. I give you the starters. Tatum, Ja, Mitchell, and Lauri Markkanen with Giannis, Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic with LeBron James. Here are the reserves. LeBron went with Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers, Julius Randle, De'Aaron Fox, and then Jaren Jackson. Giannis Antetokounmpo went with Damian Lillard, Drew Holiday, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, DeMar DeRozan, Pascal Siakam, Bam Adebayo, and Domantas Sabonis. I mentioned Julius Randle. He's now on Team LeBron. Yesterday, he spoke with Mark Kestisher and PJ Carlissimo as he's about to make his second NBA All-Star Game appearance.
Julius, great to see you back at the All-Star game. I know a couple of years ago that was a big event for you, and I'm sure it was frustrating last year not to come back. How important to you to be back after missing out last year?
It's amazing, to be back, to experience it, for real this time. 2 years ago when I was there, we were there for a day in and out because of all the COVID protocols and stuff. But to be able to really get the experience with my family this time has been amazing.
Got a Matherin in the lane, poked away. Grimes got a hand on it to Giddy, down for it, Jalen Williams. Behind the back, Grimes saves it on the left side, wheels, and his three-pointer is good.
How much fun is it to see Friday night your Knick teammate Quentin play as well as he played?
Yeah, he played amazing. If they would have won the game, he would have got the MVP for sure. So I was hoping they won, but I think he did a great job, making a statement, competitive, and he played great.
Just for the record, PJ did vote for him for MVP. So.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I read an article in the offseason, for the first time when last season ended, you put down the basketball. You took some time off, and obviously you've come back with a vengeance. What was that period like? What were you trying to accomplish?
Sometimes you just got to get away. For me, it was just a mental reset. Spend more time with my family, connect with my family, my sons, my wife, travel, see the world a little bit, just refresh my mind. Sometimes I get so locked into the game, I don't see anything else, and it was good for me just to get a little bit of a reset, reevaluate things, and learn more about myself, as an individual, and then eventually get back on that court and do what I love to do.
Fade away two, no good off the heel, and that's it. And the Knicks hold on and win the ball game, 105-103 at the Garden.
Your team is wedged right in there, but I mean the way the East is this year, you win a couple, you go up 2 spots, you lose a couple, you go down. What do you guys have to improve upon, or what are the keys for you guys the final 25 games?
Yeah, I think it's just the consistency on the defensive end. When we do that every night, we give ourselves a shot. Offense has been great all year, but if we're consistent, buckling down, getting stops, not letting teams establish rhythm early in the game, we'll have a great shot of being in the playoffs.
Brunson up top, fires and hits. It's a 3 for Brunson. He's got 35. Knicks 112 and Utah 109.
Whoa, the clutch gene is coming out. Here we go, Jalen Brunson time. Jalen Brunson coming over to your team. Obviously, it's changed things. Guys are in contention. What has his acquisition meant to the team and to you?
JB's been great, man. Forget the basketball player. Just JB as a person and as a teammate. He's a real individual, man. He really cares, puts guys first. So he's the perfect teammate as well, especially for me. Somebody that cares like that is the perfect teammate. So, I love playing with JB, obviously, on the basketball court. He's an even better person.
Brunson, right elbow. Stop and go against Socorro. For Randall, straight on three-pointer. Nails it. Julius Randle, his 8th three-pointer, has 36 points.
How different is it to come to All-Star, more than once? You're almost getting used to it. But, I mean, when you're growing up, you had to think about this. You're watching All-Star games or watching competitions in the past, and now having it actually happen, and not just once. You're almost getting used to it?
Yeah. I don't ever want to get used to it. I think this is it's a privilege to be here. It's an honor to be here. It's a lot going on, obviously, but, it's a moment of self-reflection and everything and all the people that are around you that it took to, get here. So it's not something I ever want to get used to. I'm appreciative of this every time, whether it's 1, 2, 20 times like LeBron. I don't care what it is. It's an honor.
Julius Randle yesterday with Mark Testisher, PJ Carlissimo. Julius now knows he's a member of Team LeBron. Giannis and LeBron have made their selections. Post Malone entertaining the crowd at Vivint Arena. Kevin Winter with you inside our studios. Hey, don't forget Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Start your morning 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time with them each and every day on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. They're followed by Greeny. They'll have a complete recap of this 72nd NBA All-Star game. We've already heard from Michael Malone. He's going to coach Team LeBron. Joe Mazzulla, who no longer is the interim head coach of the Boston Celtics. This week, the Celtics removed the interim tag and gave him the job full-time. Tonight, he's going to coach Team Giannis. Again, when this interview was done, Joe Mazzulla did not know who he had on his team other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Joe Mazzulla with Mark Testisher and PJ Carlissimo.
Kevin, thank you very much. Joe, first year as a head coach. Now you're coaching in the All-Star game. How do you possibly process what these last 5 months have been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just focus on, what's been a foundation for my family and I is our faith. And, we're always where we're supposed to be. And then you focus on the next piece is the people that we have around us, between the players and the staff and the organization. And then just trying to be as grateful as you can and trying to just stay in the moment.
Joe, what would it mean for your father to be able to see you coaching in an NBA All-Star game?
Yeah, he'd be proud. We're all the way in Utah, and I'm sure he would drive from Providence, Rhode Island to Salt Lake City, get a landscape of the entire, country, and then, just kind of be here. And the funny thing is when we won the game to go to the Final Four, I got a tap on my shoulder, and it was him. And I was like, how'd you get on the court? So he'd find a way to be on that quarter stage tonight somehow. But just grateful. I'm glad that, where he's at now and everything he's given, my family and I to be here.
Joe, when I think of you, I think of Bob Huggins. Obviously, now I think of Brad Stevens. Who are the guys like you've been leaning on as you make this transition and make it look seamless?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody. I'm very fortunate because I've always played for a good coach and a good person, and every coach I played for was in it for the right reasons. And so I just was able to learn from whether it was my CYO coach, middle school, high school, AAU, college, and then the guys I worked for in the NBA. Every single guy was a coach. And so I was just able to just learn and have a master class in coaching because of all of them. So each and every guy that I've come across that I've either worked for or played for has helped me get to this point.
A little special to share the moment with Jason and Jalen and certainly not losing focus on what work you have left. But does that change it a little bit, the Celtic presence here at the All-Star game?
No question. The staff, too. I mean, like I said, our staff had a choice to make at the beginning of the year, and we all decided we're going to do it together. We're going to focus on one thing. So just sitting back in the locker room with those guys, watching their kids and their families on the plane and just being with them is awesome. And then for Jalen and Jason, as much as it's about the team, you want to see guys achieve their goals and their dreams because, as much as it's about the Celtic legacy, these guys play for their own individual legacy and their family's legacy. And so to just be a part of that is awesome.
You get to coach Team Giannis. So should we assume Giannis is playing 48 tonight and Jalen gets maybe a minute or two?
I already told him. I said, we came here, you playing. I always play my guys 40 to 42 minutes, so I was just messing with him. But he's awesome. It's been really good to get to know all these guys as people.
Joe Mazzulla, the head coach of Team Giannis. He now knows his team. Kevin Winter with you inside our studios. If you are interested, according to Caesar Sportsbook, the line was Team LeBron minus 2.5 over Team Giannis before the teams were even announced. It is still minus 2.5. The total, however, has gone up. It is 324. Yes, 324 is your total in this game. And don't forget, this has an Elam ending, everyone. What that means is when we get to the third quarter, we're at the end of the third quarter, the team with the highest score, we're going to add 24 points to their score, 24 in honor of Kobe Bryant, and that is going to be our target score. So we will have a walk-off game-winning shot no matter what. Teams again. Giannis Antetokounmpo, his starting lineup is Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, Donovan Mitchell, Lauri Markkanen. LeBron James has Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic. Giannis Antetokounmpo off the bench. Damian Lillard. Hey, speaking of Damian Lillard, last night, he had himself a night.
Third one bounces out, no good. Fourth one is good. Halliburton's fifth one is good. He had a great first round, but not enough. Damian Lillard, the seven-time All-Star, wins his first starry three-point contest. 17 seconds. Fourth one's good. Fifth money ball, missed that. 21 points. He's got to get at least 4. Misses on the first. Second one is in.
Got a chance.
Third, yes. Fourth one with 4 seconds, and then he's got 24 to go ahead. Lillard bags the money ball, and he's got the lead. He needed 26, and he got it. Dame Lillard has the lead.
Lillard picks up the win. Thanks to that performance, Damian Lillard is on Team Giannis coming off the bench, along with Drew Holiday, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, DeMar DeRozan, Pascal Siakam, Bam Adebayo, and Domantas Sabonis. For Team LeBron, Anthony Edwards was his first overall pick. They did reserves first. Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Tyrese Halliburton, Julius Randle, De'Aaron Fox, and Jaren Jackson. So the two members of the Memphis Grizzlies, they will go head-to-head, Ja and Jaren Jackson. The two members of the Celtics, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they will go head-to-head playing on opposite teams. Want to take you back to last night. Put a little recap on it. We told you Damian Lillard wins the starry three-point contest.
And McClung clearing both. Goes up, grabs and dunks. Wow, what a dunk by Mac McClung.
Look at all the players off their seats. There's 25 NBA players exploded out of their courtside seats. They're on the floor. They've all got their cameras taking pictures.
Mac McClung, if you did not know who he was or what he was about, he was a member of the G League, and he's been trying to latch on him and lock in. Well, he did so with the Philadelphia 76ers recently, signing a 10-day contract. But the dude is 6'2", and he has ups like you would not believe. Mac McClung did some special things last night.
McClung, 6'2", from the right wing, a dribble, a 360, goes up and slams it hard. I mean, he kept elevating on his way up.
Every player is taking pictures again of Mac McClung and his dunks.
Mac McClung had 3 50s on the night.
Here he goes, makes a run at it, lifts off, reverse jam, throws it down with a double clutch. Mac McClung, a strong offering here in his first dunk of the final round.
And then
he's got the Gate City jersey on over his 76ers jersey, a team he signed with less than a week ago. And he might just win the slam dunk. Here he is. Oh, a 360 and a bit more, and he slams it home. And he says, it's over. It's over. Surrounded by NBA veterans.
Look at all the players going, let's go. Trey shaking hands. He knows he got second. That is unbelievable.
It was a spectacular night last night for the AT&T Slam Dunk, the Starry three-point contest in the Kia Skills Challenge State Farm All-Star Saturday night. Now, it is time for the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. We are closing in on tip-off. Coming up next, we'll go back to Vivint Arena, get you set for tip-off between Team LeBron and Team Giannis. This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Remember college? Early morning classes, all-night study sessions, and somewhere in there, maybe even a social life. 5 Hour Energy got you through. Now, you've got responsibilities, work, bills, a family. 5 Hour Energy is still here with the same alert, energized feeling you relied on back then. Every day, 5 Hour Energy helps millions just like you be at their best when it really matters. Rediscover 5 Hour Energy. We'll get you through again. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year. Which means, wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career and they talked to me about it.
He was done in just months.
I did do it online.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at My Computer Career.
It worked for me and I know it can work for you.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
You're listening to the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Kevin Winter with you inside our studios. We are closing in on tip-off. I know. Finally! Closing in on tip-off for the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. Mark Chestisher, PJ Colissimo, Roz Goldenwood, Monica McDutt. Roz, let's go back to you at Vivint Arena.
Darren, hey, welcome to All-Star Weekend here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, I remember you when you were a rookie. When you think about your career, what does it mean to you that in year 6 you break through and get your first All-Star appearance?
I would just call it progression. I think I've been through a lot, but I just think with the year that we're having, and for us to have 2 All-Stars has been great for us. So I think it's just a testament to the organization, and it really is a process.
Oh, yeah, you got 2 All-Stars. It's you and Domantas Sabonis representing for the Kings. Can you describe the momentum you two have after a very strong first part of the season and a whole lot of lighting of the beams?
I think that we're here to have fun, but I think we're both ready to hit the ground running and try to finish off this season and put ourselves in the best position in the playoffs. So we feel like we have a lot more to go, and our team could be a lot better than we are right now.
Quick thoughts. The draft happened right before the game. What do you think about Team LeBron, your strengths, and your lineup?
LeBron was like, man, he wants to get some young guys to mix in with the old guys, got some athleticism, some shot making. So we're looking to come out here and compete and have fun.
All right, thank you so much. Have fun today.
Appreciate it.
All right, I'm about to toss this over to you, Monica.
Thanks, Roz. All right, I'm standing here with Drew Holiday. All right, Drew, how do you feel about your selection in the draft? That's what I need to know.
Great execution. I think Giannis did very well. Threw him off. He was talking the whole time about taking me first, but we had already talked about it, man. You got to go get your scorer, and you got Dame Lillard. So great execution of guards and bigs.
This is obviously a premier event in the league in terms of celebrating all that you guys have accomplished. How do you enjoy the weekend, but also kind of work on balance and rest as you get prepared for the last stretch?
I think kind of spend it with my family, bring my family to the events, my kids. Last time I was an All-Star, I didn't have any, so to share it with them, share it with my wife, it's been really fun.
All right, so tonight, I mean, you guys are competitive, but you also have a lot of regular season left to play. What do you think we can expect in terms of this ball game?
A lot of scoring. A lot of scoring.
So you're not going to lock anybody up tonight?
If need be, yeah. But let's hope need don't be. Let's hope we already up 30.
Outstanding. Thanks, Drew. Enjoy it.
All right, thank you.
Back over to you, Kelsey.
Monica, thanks a lot. And before we get going here in Salt Lake City, we're going to send it back to the studio. Here's Kevin Winter.
I like that, guys. Need not be. If need be, but let's hope need not be. Hey, Drew Holiday mentioned scoring. Yeah. There's been a bunch of that around the league before this All-Star break commenced. ESPN Radio's Christine Lisi has more.
The pre-All-Star portion of the NBA season saw tons of scoring. I mean lots, especially from an individual standpoint.
Giannis, he's going for 50, right wing 3. Yes, sir. Tatum with a right wing 3. Yes. Joel with a dribble. 4 to shoot. Step back 3. It's up. It's good.
There were 138 40-point games in the first half of the season. That's already the second most all-time in an entire season.
Donovan Mitchell with 41. This is his 6th game of 40 or more points. That's why he's going to Salt Lake.
There were 142 40-point games in the 1961-62 season. 26 players have multiple 40-point games, the most in a season in NBA history. 46 players have at least one 40-point game.
Lucas steps back, three-pointer for the tie is good. Dame, another D3. Yes, the right-hand sledgehammer. Oh, what a move by Julius Alexander. Crown him with 40 tonight, baby.
Entering the All-Star break, 6 different players are averaging 30 points, on pace to tie the 1961-62 for the most in a season in NBA history. Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jason Tatum. Oh, and LeBron James is just under that mark, averaging 29.98 points per game this season. But of course, he has the points that matter the most.
James free throw line. James fade. Jumper. Good! NBA history in Los Angeles. Oh, hell! The new king in town.
Christine Lisi, thank you very much. Our thanks to WTMJ 98.5 The Sports Sub 97.5 The Fanatic, WTIM Rip City Radio 620, WWLS The Sports Animal 98.3, 710 ESPN in Los Angeles. So yeah, scoring has been abundant in the first half of the season. It's actually not the first half. It's the pre-All-Star break, because when we start the season again on Thursday, It's a sprint over 6 weeks. Your final check of the numbers according to Caesars Sportsbook. Scoring, they're thinking a lot. Your total in this game is 324, and Team LeBron is still a 2.5-point favorite. Exactly where they were before anyone knew who was playing for anybody. The NBA on ESPN Radio is presented by Indeed. Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their video interview tool makes it easy and effortless to meet with the candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit. With the call, the 72nd NBA All-Star Game to Vivint Arena in Salt Lake City we go. With Roscoe Woody and Monica McNutt on the sidelines alongside PJ Colissimo. Here's Mark Chestershire.
All right, Kevin, great job. Marathon coverage of our pregame, getting set for the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. The pomp, the circumstance, the pageantry. Got Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade sitting right next to us. Just had a nice conversation and a picture for LeBron James, who, in addition to becoming the all-time leading scorer, is about to enter into his 19th straight All-Star selection. That is a record. He'll extend his record with a 19th straight start. He's going to tie Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with a 19th All-Star selection, and Kareem sitting across the way from us.
Yeah, and LeBron actually is going to play. Kareem missed one earlier on, but those two certainly deserving at the top. How about that class, LeBron? Just part of it. LeBron, D-Wade, Melo right there.
Wow. You had LeBron at number one. You had Chris Bosh. You had Melo. And D-Wade. 4 out of the top 5 was pretty amazing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I coached the rookies against that class back in 2005 in Denver. They schooled us in the second. We were up at the half. They schooled us in the second half.
All right, before we get to your game plan tonight, just thoughts. We've had a chance to digest the rosters as the selections were made. The reserves first, 7 apiece. A little bit of a surprise. Damian Lillard going to Team Giannis, who had the first pick of the reserves. LeBron had the first pick of the starters, and he's got himself a pretty big lineup. In fact, he's got 3 30-plus point scorers in his starting lineup with Joel Embiid and Luka Doncic, and he's got his new Mavericks running mate, Kyrie Irving, as well.
Yeah, that's a strong group, and if you count Kyrie, because he was born in Australia, you've got, look at the countries, Slovenia, yes, Serbia, the Democratic Republic, and Australia, to go with LeBron. It's his own country. LeBron, they're loaded big. Jokic and Embiid on the one team is really interesting. Until we see who's going to play, it's usually evident early to me, Kesty, like who's out there. Right away last year, you knew Steph Curry was going to get after it. Other guys, you see, they're not going to not play hard, but they're going to get their 5-7 minutes, and that might be enough. None of the young guys will be doing that. The young guys are going to be going after it. Giannis wanted to go more there. I'm anxious to see the guys that we know are dinged up, how much they're going to play. Giannis, Jaylen Brown, those guys. Embiid, are they going to play big minutes?
Well, Giannis has a wrap around that right wrist that he injured hitting the stanchion against Chicago right before the break. Joel Embiid has been dealing with a foot injury, and it's not going away. And obviously, the rest is what he needs, so I'm sure folks in Philadelphia would like to see him not play as much here tonight. And Kyrie Irving, probably the least of the three in the injured front, though. He is listed with a back injury, and we'll see how much all of them will play tonight.
Liking the look of Jalen's mask, the warm-ups.
That's right. We
for the All-Stars are all black, just white All-Star written on the front, because, of course, they didn't know what team they were going to be on. It's the actual game uniforms are colored, but Jalen's got that black mask on, and he looks like he's ready for a TV show.
I was going to say, it looks like Zorro out there. He's got the black mask, the black beard, the all-black All-Star. He's one of the last out there still shooting, and just hit a three-pointer out there.
Still knocked him in. Yeah, that's not going to affect him.
All right, they're going to announce the starting lineups here in a moment. Just a reminder, last year, you mentioned last year, and Steph Curry, 50 points, if you forgot. 16 three-pointers last year in a 163-160 Team LeBron win over Team Durant. LeBron had the game-winning shot. Let's get PJ's game plan. It's brought to you by 5-Hour Energy. Remember college? 5-Hour Energy worked for you then. It still works now. Rediscover 5-Hour Energy.
Especially the game plan's the same for both of them. number 1, stay healthy. Nobody get hurt. Let's get that last part of the season underway, and they get back to their respective teams. It's not going to be a ton of defense, but the one type of defense that would really help either team, a little bit of transition defense, just so we don't have 3-on-0s or 4-on-1s, just so there's somebody back there. We may see a little bit of an Olay, but hopefully they'll have numbers so we don't see a lot of breakaway layups.
Well, let's reset those starting lineups for folks. For Team LeBron, it's LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic. That's your front line. And then you got the Mavericks guard tandem of Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. For Team Giannis, Jason Tatum, Lauri Markkanen of the Utah Jazz up front, Donovan Mitchell, the ex-Jazz, now with Cleveland, and John Morant in the backcourt, and a nod to the Utah Jazz. Both uniforms have the colors changing as they go, kind of like a sunrise and a sunset. Team Giannis in the red and orange to yellow, and Team LeBron in the light blue to dark blue to almost black as we get set to play here at Vivint Arena in Salt Lake City.
People have been waiting a long time. I'll tell you who else has been waiting a long time. These players, they've been here the whole weekend. They don't get to play till fairly late on Sunday night, so they're going to be happy to bounce the ball and play some basketball.
Tap is won by Team Giannis. Remember, we're keeping score every quarter, and the quarter scores, and money is raised for Raise the Future for Team Giannis, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Utah for Team LeBron. Here's Giannis from the left, cuts under this, that Olay defense. Joel Embiid says, go ahead, Giannis, and he drops it through for the first
Yeah,
two.
something tells me if this was Sixers and Bucks, he wouldn't let him go. Oh, Giannis with a foul. He may be coming out right away.
Yep, that was a foul to get him out. He played 20 seconds, gets a hand from Joe Mazzulla, Team Giannis' head coach, and that might be all we get for Mr. Adetokounmpo.
And maybe Joel knew that, and he wasn't going to get involved in following Giannis on that play. Giannis looks like he's getting his warm-ups on. He's going to be coaching tonight. Coach the celebrity game, he's going to coach tonight.
Lauri Markkanen in the game. Actually, Jaren Jackson Jr. replaced him. That's Bam Adebayo in there. We got a couple of 13s on the floor. Here's LeBron James. Wide open, deep two to open the scoring for Team LeBron.
Only thing more fitting would have been had Blue controlled the tap, and LeBron had the first basket.
James, three-time All-Star MVP. We're tied at 2 here in the opening minute. Tatum, actually defended by LeBron, who got out on the perimeter. Tatum missed the jumper.
Yeah, he pressured that shot.
Well, Giannis was a little salty here today with his picks, and LeBron also 5-0 as a team captain. It's like taking it serious early. Here's Jokic dropping it for Embiid. It's knocked away by Mitchell off of Embiid and out of bounds to Team Giannis.
And he's got the Joker up on the elbow. Wow.
There's the former Jazz Donovan Mitchell to the new Jazz Lauri Markkanen on a 60-foot alley-oop.
Jokic high-low to Embiid. That would be a little difficult to defend.
Doncic from the perimeter, missing from the right, kept alive by Jokic. He'll lift it for the rim. One-hand grab and flush on the tomahawk from LeBron.
LeBron is going to like playing with Jokic for sure. Nikola Jokic is a great passer.
Drop through on the dunk by Jason Tatum. I was wondering why LeBron waited so long to draft Nikola Jokic. He was one of the last picks. 6-4 Team LeBron, and Kyrie Irving missed a bunny but was able to tap it up and in, and a big smile as he recovers. 6-6 score early. Tatum thought about a three for Team Giannis, gives it to Morant, driving with a head of steam into the lane, lift off, and right to the rim for a dunk.
Mild by Ja's standards, but the crowd is waiting for him to do something spectacular.
LeBron tried to bank a three, missed it. Rebounded by Team Giannis, 8-6. And, of course, Giannis started, got a bucket, and took himself out of the game with that wrist injury as Donovan Mitchell misses a three from deep. Joel Embiid, deep, right?
Very deep.
You hear the chuckle. Here's Irving on his horse, blowing by Markkanen and lays it in. Kyrie Irving won an All-Star Game MVP back in 2014.
I'm waiting to see. It's usually easy to tell by the end of the first quarter who are the guys who decided, you know what, I'm going to go for the MVP tonight.
Yeah, they're playing really loose here early. Donovan Mitchell with an easy basket. Each organization that they're raising money for, starting with $150,000 in the pot, the winner of this quarter will get $100,000 towards their charity. Here's Doncic, blows by Morant. As Morant stopped, let him go, and Luka gets the bucket. Got to play a little bit of defense. I know it's early. 10-10. Here's a high lob to Markkanen at the rim for the alley-oop slam.
Well, Lowry's running the floor. We talked about it'd be nice if there was a little transition defense. Lowry's beating the entire blue team down the floor every time.
Oh, Embiid says my foot feels well. He just accelerated, spun down the lane, finger rolled it in. Looks like he's moving pretty well. He just got to Salt Lake City today.
How's that for two centers, Jokic and Embiid?
Yeah, pretty good.
Gifted, being able to shoot it, pass it, do anything with the ball.
And this guy, too, Markkanen, a 7-footer who could stroke it from deep. That three-pointer puts Team Giannis up 15-12. LeBron, no look into the lane to Embiid, spins on Markkanen, lays it up and in.
Esty, correct me. The last time the All-Star game was here, was it not Karl Malone and John Stockton
co-MVPs. Great memory.
Lowry's got a step.
Got a shot.
Yeah.
Got a shot. Here's Jokic. Sends it to Irving. Makes the catch, and behind the back flips it up and in on the bucket.
If Jokic plays enough minutes, you're going to have to look at what the assist record is for the All-Star game.
Here's Adebayo gliding to the rim off the pass and lays it through. 17-16, Team Giannis the lead. James off the window to himself for the alley-oop slam.
Give him an assist and a bucket.
6 points early for LeBron James. Three-time All-Star at the All-Star game. Three-time MVP at the All-Star game as Mitchell misses the three. Jokic long pass intercepted by Mitchell. Said, I'm not letting you get that one that easy. Gives it to Tatum. Drives. He puts it off the glass and in. He says, LeBron, you can do that. I got that game too.
Jokic, the only one of the 10 players on the floor that hasn't scored right now.
They might get it here. They pass to Joker. No, he's got his back to the basket. Flips it to the rim to Embiid for the bucket. I think he wants 20 assists today.
I'm going to the scoreboard right now to start counting his assists.
He's got two. Here's Tatum from the wing. Rainbow three misses. Markkanen tried to tap it up. Couldn't. 20-19, Team LeBron in possession of the ball. Kyrie Irving gets by one defender, gets by two. Flips it behind the back. Jokic wasn't ready, not even close. Down the other end of the floor, Ja Morant. Look out, lift off, reverse jam, Ja Morant. They want him in a slam dunk eventually. That's what we could have saw if he wants to participate.
Well, he goes 4 times at least every game. You could just count his most recent game.
Pass inside, intercepted by Jason Tatum on Team Giannis, leading by a point. Flips it behind the back, tried to sky one toward the rim. That wasn't even close. This is about as loose a first 5.5 minutes, even for All-Star standards.
Agreed.
Timeout in Salt Lake City. Team Giannis 21, Team LeBron 20. You're listening to the 2023 NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
Sloman's Home Security is celebrating their 100-year anniversary. To celebrate, the next 40 ESPN listeners who call 1-800-ALARM-ME will get a free doorbell, camera, and home security system professionally installed from Sloman's when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. That's 100 years of being the best in total home security. I should know. I used them myself. For over 100 years, the Sloman Shield has had your back. Trust the best in total home security. To celebrate, the first 40 listeners right now get the limited time offer. You're getting a state-of-the-art LED touchscreen pad, a motion detector, 3 arm doors, and backup battery and a doorbell camera for free with installation of your Sloman Shield when you use Sloman's low-cost central station monitoring. Get real home security, professional monitoring, professional installation, and a free customized home security system. Call Sloman's at 1-800-ALARM-ME. 100 years of family-owned dedicated service. That's Sloman's 1-800-ALARM-ME. This is 98.7 ESPN. Lauren from Brooklyn.
Hey, the New York team's made some big trades already. Do you see them making any more moves before the NHL trade deadline?
You never know. Maybe there's one more coming, but you know who never stops making moves? The All-American Ford Auto Group. They're truly your Bronco headquarters with more than anyone in the tri-state area, and it's not even close. They're your Hat-Trick Auto Group, largest selection, great prices, and an award-winning experience. Visit my friends at All-American Ford with huge locations throughout New Jersey and Paramus, Hackensack, Old Bridge, and Point Pleasant. Shop online at allamericanford.net.
Do you want to gain stability, benefits, and experience? As a youth development specialist with the City of New York, you can build a solid civil service career working with NYC's youth. Start earning over $47,000, and in 3 months, you can get $2,500 bonus, earn a pension, paid overtime, health care, and in just 5 years, over $60,000. Apply now at nyc.gov/YDS. Make a difference in the lives of our youth. Become a youth development specialist today. Learn more at nyc.gov/YDS.
This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Just getting underway in Salt Lake City. Team Giannis 21, Team LeBron 20. 6:31 to go first quarter. Mark Kestisher, TJ Carlissimo, Roz Goldenwoody, Monica McNutt with you from Vivint Arena. And with the Disney Bundle, stream Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Terms apply. See DisneyBundle.com for details. The early leading score, Markkanen has 7 for Team Giannis. LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving each have 6 for Team LeBron. It looks like Damian Lillard will be entering coming out of this timeout. And, Roz, you got more on Dame.
Yeah, one aspect of the All-Star game is the player camaraderie, and I spoke with Damian Lillard right before the All-Star game. He said, look, I'm so competitive in season, I don't talk to anyone on the other team. But at All-Star, it's a chance to loosen up, talk to guys who you don't always see. And he said everybody's so cool. He pointed out Jokic as someone who is surprisingly very funny. He's always doing and saying something that all the guys laugh at. Guys?
Yeah, thanks a lot. And you know what? He's so much fun to talk to. Always gives a great interview. He genuinely wanted to win that three-point contest. He got it, and it sounds like he'd like to defend it if he could.
Yeah, I heard both. I thought that, too, right away. And somebody else said, no, he's going to retire. So now that he's won it, I said, what are you talking about? But I loved his answer about the big-time players playing in the skills competitions. He said, he's won 2 actual skill competitions on the first night on Saturday. And he said he wanted the 3. It was his 4th time that he tried to get it. And he says he thinks that the fans want to see the elite players in those competitions. That's one of the reasons he does it. I think he makes a great point. I wish he could convince a few more of the elite players to do some of these skill competitions.
Well, the cheers you're hearing behind us, Dan Roberts, the public address voice for the Utah Jazz. It goes back to when they moved here from New Orleans. Donovan Mitchell, of course, spent his first 5 years here in Salt Lake City, went over, gave him a big high five. He's been the voice behind the mic here in Salt Lake City for all those years. So Damian Lillard checks in. DeMar DeRozan checking into the Chicago Bulls. DeRozan, remember he had that run earlier in his career with Toronto as All-Stars. In San Antonio, he'd kind of missed going, and then all of a sudden been coming back as a member of Chicago.
Dan Roberts had a great intro for him when they introduced the All-Star players. Called him the master of the mid-range.
That's right.
Great way of referring to DeMar.
Paul George is the only bench player in for Team LeBron. He just passed it to Kyrie, who splashes a triple, and Team LeBron takes the lead by 2.
I was going to say, with Dame coming on the floor, the three-point shooting is going to improve.
Damian Lillard, who has starry three-point range, as we found out last night, goes to DeMar DeRozan. 2 little dribbles, saw no defense coming, said, okay, I'll take it to the rim, and scores the easy layup.
The waves parted.
Yes. Paul George behind the LeBron James screen, missing a 3. Rebounded by Team Giannis. Lillard from 35 feet buries it. Nobody's got more triples from that distance than Damian Lillard. Not even Mr. Curry, and they track those things. Here's Kyrie right to the rim to lay it up and in.
James program, Testy, when he crosses half court, if nobody picks him up,
there you go.
Stop and shoot it.
Did it again. Oh, he got all net, but unfortunately it did not catch the rim. An air ball.
Under the net.
Got a big smile on his face. Well, he told all the media yesterday after the game, that's his game. He loves to shoot. Got a smooth stroke, knows it. And was his All-Star game in Atlanta. We got a change here as Julius Randle of the Knicks will come in for Nikola Jokic.
And the lefty quotient just went up significantly on the
De'Aaron
team.
Fox.
We got De'Aaron Fox and Julius Randle on the floor.
Also coming into the game. Doncic thought about a long 3. Now drives into the lane. Nobody's there, and he'll just throw it through the cylinder for the dunk. 27-26, Team LeBron.
I don't think the crowd's going to be too thrilled if the defense doesn't get a little better.
Donovan Mitchell missing a 3. De'Aaron Fox, long pass, beautifully caught by Randle on a 60-foot dime, and Julius lays it in.
One southpaw to the other.
Well, I suspect they'll keep it close. You get in the last couple minutes, you're playing for $100,000 for charity. Here's Tatum lifting off and throwing it home with 2 hands. Jason Tatum drawing Team Giannis within a point.
I think you're going to see some jaw fireworks before this is over, Kesby.
I think you're right. The pass went through Julius. Now he gets it, gives a no-look to Fox outside to George. Left angle, wide open 3, pops out, no good. Down floor, Donovan Mitchell. Guarded by Randle. Gives it up to Tatum, who goes behind the back on the drive and lays it in.
As excellent shooters as these guys are, they're not used to shooting this open. They're all by themselves.
Pass to half court, stolen by Lillard. Leans into a 3-pointer, but can't convert. Luka Doncic has the rebound. Nearly lost his earpiece. James, a deep 3. Looks right over the TNT folks. I'm laughing because Luka's on live on TV, and he lost his earpiece. On the other end, Jason Tatum hits a 3, sends the chef's kiss to the crowd. LeBron slaps him on the back, even though they're on opposite teams. Paul George missing a 3 from the left.
Did you hear Lucas singing Happy Birthday to Nikola last night?
I did hear that. As we have a foul on the perimeter. Folks don't know we happen to be in the same restaurant. as that crew, and I think there was a karaoke microphone going over, and I have to say, Luka's got a good voice.
He's good. Nice to see the two of them really enjoying themselves.
33-32, Team Giannis leading Team LeBron. 3:53 to go, first quarter. Doncic will come out. And the youngest All-Star coming in, that's Anthony Edwards of Minnesota.
DeMar DeRozan must have known who he was going to get picked by.
He's got those yellow shoes on.
Shoes matching
perfectly. Lillard, another logo three, short again. Ball comes off the rim, right off the baseline and out of bounds.
James missed more shots than he missed in about 4 racks of the three-point contest.
Good point. All right, Anthony Edwards will bring it up. He's got Jaylen Brown, who's got that mask on. Seen it for the first time. He'll lift off, shoot it over his teammate Tatum, missed the shot. Rebounded by Team Giannis, which leads by 1. Here's DeRozan against Edwards. Steps to his right. Deep two, the master of the mid-range, knocks it home.
Beautiful strokes. His entire family here with him. I love the way he has the young kids with him. They really enjoy this All-Star trip.
Paul George with a 30-foot pass right to the rim where Jaylen Brown gets up and slams it.
Jaylen's going to want to play. He hasn't had action in a long time.
He has not. Here's DeRozan fading to his right and hits another one. I mean, you just get a spot from the free throw line to the tip of the circle, and he's got it. 37-34, Team Giannis. Paul George drives through 2 unwilling defenders and takes it right to the rim for the layup. Drew Holiday in the game first time. There's a long pass to the rim, and Tatum meets it and throws it down.
So Missoula's going to get a little nervous. They keep throwing lob passes to Jason Tatum.
Paul George drives hard and dunks with a left hand. 2:40 to go first quarter. 39-38, Team Giannis. We had well north of 300 points last year. And now Holiday misses on a 3.
A left-handed 3. Drew Holiday, last time I saw him, was not left-handed.
He was telling guys, you know what? I think I might be able to get one in lefty. Didn't get it that time. We got a timeout at 2:33 to go first quarter. $100,000 on the line for the quarter win to the charity of both teams. Right now, Team Giannis 39, Team LeBron 38. This is the 2023 NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
Bundling and saving with Geico is an easy choice, so you're free to ponder life's big questions, like what's the best animal in the world if not humans? I'd strongly consider ducks to be somewhere up there on the list. Think about it. Ducks can swim, ducks can fly, and ducks can walk on land. They have access to all terrains. They are the ultimate animal. And they wiggle their butts when they walk, which is funny. Yeah, ducks are awesome. End of story. Bundling and saving with Geico. It's an easy choice.
Dell Technologies President's Day event is here with deals to power all your passions. The savings start now on select, sleek XPS laptops and more powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget, special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Just call 877-ASK-DELL for these limited-time President's Day deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match. Only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Remember college? Early morning classes, all-night study sessions, and somewhere in there, maybe even a social life. 5 Hour Energy got you through. Now, you've got responsibilities, work, bills, a family. 5 Hour Energy is still here with the same alert, energized feeling you relied on back then. Every day, 5 Hour Energy helps millions just like you be at their best when it really matters. Rediscover 5 Hour Energy. We'll get you through again. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
With you inside our studios. We are in the opening quarter of the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. Team Giannis with a 1-point lead over Team LeBron. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
This is your home for New York Knicks basketball.
Goes it up top and with the slam.
WEPN FM, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio
Jason
station.
Tatum is 13 for Team Giannis. Kyrie Irving 11 for Team LeBron. Team Giannis by 1. Monica McNutt back to you on the sidelines. What you got?
Thanks, Winter. Well, pregame, guys, I had a chance to talk with Ryan Smith, who is the Utah Jazz majority owner, and I asked him about hosting this weekend, and he said he's so excited that people got the experience of Utah and that everyone loved it. He's like, people think there's no nightlife here, but there's plenty of nightlife. In fact, he thinks this weekend, guys, has rivaled Vegas, but he added there's a wellness factor to this place, and in a world where people need to be well, he said it's clear that a lot of people have moved to Utah to help experience some of that. And I told him, I had to commend him, because yesterday I was concerned that the HBCU matchup between Southern and Grambling State might not have a good turnout. But, guys, the lower bowl over at the University of Nevada was packed with both alums and just locals. And Ryan said, yeah, Utah's a basketball state. We love our hoops, and our fans know what's going on, Cassie.
You know what, Monica? Everything's been so well attended this year. All the events here. Will Hardy, the head coach,
he's done
first-year head
incredible
coach
job.
of the Utah
He's the
Jazz.
candidate for. There's a number, but he's a candidate for Coach of the Year. Talking to DeMar DeRozan, who he coached in San Antonio.
How about the two Boston Celtics assistants last year, Will Hardy and Joe Mazzulla? Hardy for Utah here hosting, and of course Mazzulla coaching the All-Star game. Boston with the best record in the East.
Will's done such a great job. A lot of people thought this team would be hunting for the lottery and not winning any games at all, and instead they were off to a great start, and they've been competitive night in and night out.
39-38, Team Giannis leading Team LeBron, 2:30 to go here in our opening quarter. De'Aaron Fox leading it for Team LeBron. From right to left as we watch, they go to Julius Randle. He'll rise from the elbow, miss the jumper. Rebound is loose. Nobody went to get it. Now Pascal Siakam will get it for Team Giannis. I think we might see some defense. Well, I was going to say it was about to turn up, but they just let Siakam go right to the rim and score with the dunk. Still 2 minutes to go in the quarter. 41-38 in favor of Team Giannis. If you're wondering, it was 47-45 in the first quarter last year. Easy layup for Jaylen Brown of Team LeBron.
Think JB will wear the black mask with the Celtics, or he'll have Kelly Green? And
maybe he'll have a whole selection of them. But I think Celtics fans have to be happy to see him out here and competing as Lillard misses a three. Rebound Edwards. Down floor for Jaylen Brown, who goes up and tomahawks it. He's feeling better.
Celtics team leads in dunks for sure between Tatum and Brown.
Jaylen Brown took an elbow from his teammate Jason Tatum to the face about a week ago, suffered a facial fracture playing for the first time tonight. Lillard missing another three from the left. Offensive rebound. They reload Lillard, and he misses again. Not used to missing this many in a row.
He made his first one. He hasn't made one since, I don't think.
Paul George lifts for three, no good. 1:15 to go. First quarter, 42-41 Team LeBron. $100,000 on the line for charity to the winner of the quarter. Siakam will try a three. No good out of the corner. Ball is tipped. Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves has it. They'll blow by two defenders, take it to the cup, and throw it down.
These numbers don't compute, Kesty. We see what the score is. 44-41. One team's 3 for 16 from three. The other team's 2 for 9.
52 seconds to go in the first. Domas Sabonis misses badly on a shot, but the carom went right to Siakam, who puts it in. 1 point game, Team LeBron leading. 45 seconds to go first quarter. Anthony Edwards guarded by Damian Lillard. He was actually being guarded.
He was guarded.
Fox now has it in the corner. Up top to Randle. His three's no good. Team Giannis has it with 32 seconds to go, down one first quarter. DeRozan over to Holiday. Left side three is in. Team Giannis takes the lead.
Shot that one right-handed.
His more dominant hand with 25 seconds to go here in the quarter. Jaylen Brown blows by and jams it home for the lead. All right, so Team Giannis, Team LeBron tied at 46. Shot clock off. First quarter, $100,000 to the quarter win, or they split it if they tie the quarter.
Almost have the same score as last year. Very close.
DeMar DeRozan backing down Paul George. Legit defense here. Spins, fades, fires, missed it. Rebound, Brown heaves a three-quarter court. No good, and that means $50,000 will go to each charity. Raise the future for Team Giannis. And big brothers, big sisters of Utah for Team LeBron also get $50,000. Another $100,000 will be on the line for the second quarter. We're through 12 minutes. The 72nd All-Star game in Utah. Team Giannis, Team LeBron, tied at 46. This is the 2023 NBA All-Star game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
The NBA is going OSS. Listen, I got all the facts to back it all up. 30 teams after one dream, 24 seconds to make magic with the Rock. 7-footers raining deep threes. 2 guards dunking and leaving you in shock. And first-year hoopers balling with ease. All that, all the time, all around the league. And the NBA isn't leaving anyone behind. The NBA season continues on ABC, ESPN, and TNT.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code PAW24. Use code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Cashback's not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Western Insider Studios, Keyshawn, Jewel, and Max. Start your morning with them as they recap the 72nd NBA All-Star Game tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. They're followed by Greeny with Mike Greenberg. All on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and ESPN2. Team Giannis and Team LeBron tied at 46. We are through one quarter. Jason Tatum leads everyone with 13. Kyrie Irving has 11. Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlissimo, Roscoe to 1A, Monica McNutt. My favorite part of that opening quarter, you got LeBron throwing dunks to himself, John Morant double clutching, Dame Dollar pulling up from 35, and yet there's DeMar DeRozan dribbling into mid-range jump shots. Gotta love consistency.
Hey, you got to stay with what you know, what you're good at, and that's what he knows. He gets to his spot and he lets it fly. And the leading scorers so far, Jason Tatum with 13 points. Kyrie Irving had a burst of 11 points through one. I think we saw maybe a couple of defensive plays toward the end of the first quarter. Maybe we'll get a little something more when those first teamers come out.
We have to get more. It's almost impossible mathematically to not. But three-point shooting has been disappointing. 2 for 11. Team LeBron, 4 for 17. Team Giannis. And despite that, it's 46 all in both teams. Team Antetokounmpo is shooting 57%. Bron's team is shooting 67%.
Well, 22 teams have at least one All-Star selection. That's a new record. Lucas, is he going to try to... How do we even describe what they're spinning? They're these spinning wheels.
Sit behind you and see how Mark Cuban's feeling.
He's probably
out there with the yo-yo.
He's probably going to his Shark Tank right now and say, maybe we should buy these lit orbs that spin quickly on the string and they fly 50 feet in the air and you catch them on the string. And Luka wanted a little piece of it and got to spin it for a little bit. And now we're getting ready for the second quarter.
Ron's over visiting with his classmates, if you will. D. Wade and Carmelo Anthony.
That's right.
You guys have shared a lot of Olympic moments. Playing for Team USA, playing in a number of All-Star games.
Part of the Banana Boat Gang. Getting back together. We'll have jump balls here for the first, second, and third quarters. There's no possession because we're starting over with the quarter scores at 0. The game score is 46 all. We won't really address the lead score in the game for a little bit. Well, the target score once we get to the fourth quarter. Here's Anthony Edwards for Team LeBron. Tried to pass to the top. stolen by Lillard. Bounces it for Siakam. 2 bounces down the lane and puts it in. LeBron went for a chase down block. Nearly got him.
I thought he caught his hand on the rim.
Siakam's like, we're going to play defense, are we? James misses badly on a 3 from the left.
He caught his fingers on the rim.
Here's Sabonis down low, jams it home. Yeah, LeBron's kind of looking at his hand right now. He said something interesting before the game. These are going to be the most important 23 regular season games for the Lakers, who are sitting 13th, as Randall misses on a 3. And I think his intention is he wants to play all those 23.
Well, I think it was a double message. The most important part of the message was to his teammates, going, hey, guys, you better be ready to lace it up. But there's also a little message to the 23 opponents also.
I think LeBron's hand's okay because he just blocked the shot at the rim, and on the other end, Jaylen Brown buries a 3. 4-3 the score in the quarter. 3-pointer up, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander knocks down the triple from Oklahoma City. What a season that fifth year. First time All-Star is having.
Flying a little bit under the radar. I mean, they're having a very good year. Mark Daigneault doing a great job with OKC, but I don't know that the general public appreciates how well Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing.
Julius Randle with a dunk off an offensive rebound. Damian Lillard steps into a 3. He can't find the stroke right now. Hit one early, hasn't hit one since. Paul George the other way. Free throw line behind the back to Randle. Lifts it up for Brown. Had to regather, make the catch, and then lay it up and in. 7-7 the score in the quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander feeds it back to Siakam with a 2-hand throwdown. Game score is Team Giannis by 2, but the quarter score, all important right now, is Jaylen Brown misses a 3 from the wing. Team Giannis 2-point quarter lead. Sabonis tried to go behind the back and fired one past Damian Lillard out of bounds.
DeMontis is a good passer, not when he's going. I'll tell you, Bron's still looking at his hand, and he just caught it on the rim. I don't think it's a bad injury, but it's bothering him a little bit.
Damian Lillard looks a little frustrated. He's made his first. I think he's missed his last 7.
No, he has. Made the first one. Hasn't made one since.
Yep. John Morant back in for Team Giannis. Dame Lillard will sit down. We'll get a look at Tyrese Halliburton making his All-Star debut. Indiana Pacer point guard. He passes it to Anthony Edwards. Misses on the 3. Rebound outlet to Morant. Off the bounce. Grabs it between the legs. Tried to dunk it home. Missed it, but he'll chase down his own rebound. Now bounces one off the deck. Was perfectly placed for Siakam.
That was a really good pass.
Wow. Here's Edwards. Spinning dribble down the lane. Lays it up and in. Morant misses an exciting dunk and then has an absolute dime off a bounce from 40 feet away. There's Markkanen long 3, and it's getting sloppy again. Missed it. Down floor, Jaren Jackson goes deep, lifts with a left hand and throws it home. Team LeBron with a 2-point lead in the quarter, 11-9. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Sabonis couldn't handle the low pass, turns it over. Halliburton's got it, 4-on-1. Team LeBron, lift off, and a dunk for Anthony Edwards on the feed from Jaylen Brown.
That's what I was hoping for, not too many 4-on-1s.
Here's a bad pass for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to find Sabonis, but he's able to come up with a loose change and dunk it anyway. LeBron James from the left hash on the other end misses the 3. Rebound Siakam.
He's already posing. He thought it was in.
Goes high to Markkanen, who grabs at the cup, and the Utah Jazz star throws it home. 13 all in the quarter, 8:26 to go in the second. James takes it deep, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Domantas Sabonis respectfully of his elder got out of the way.
LeBron's got 11. Here's Markkanen, receives the pass. Double clutch reverse jam for the 7-footer Lauri Markkanen.
Lauri wants to be in the dunk contest next year.
You know what? They're all invited. They really should ask to be in. It would be a heck of a night. Team LeBron has missed 15 of 18 from deep. Inside the arc now, Jaylen Brown missing on the jumper. Tied at 15. 7:50 to go here in the first half. They go to Markkanen. Thought about a 3 from the left corner. Thought again. Took it. Missed it.
What do you think they are inside the line? How about 26 or 29?
Keep going there. Jaylen Brown gives it to the cutting Jaren Jackson Jr. with a hammer throwdown. 17-15, Team LeBron in the quarter.
They did 27 for 30. From inside.
We're missing threes and we're making all the 1-foot shots. Here's Morant, 360 on the flush. And with such ease,
He really does make it look easy. He does the same shots in real games when people are defending you. Can't keep him out of the lane.
Pass to Anthony Edwards, who goes to the rim and throws it home. I wonder if John Morant in the hotel last night watched Mac McClung and said, you know what? I would love to have a little run at that. Everyone would love to see it.
Without question.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander drives through the lane, has the easy deuce. We have a zero-defense all-star game going on here in Salt Lake City. LeBron from the top for three. It's a miss. Rebound, it's an offensive board. Jaylen Brown has it. Spins, fires from the left wing, misses. Rebound team Giannis. Tied at 19 in the quarter. Down floor, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts it off the rim, and it's grabbed and flushed by Siakam.
That was well executed, making tough plays look easy.
LeBron James drives through the double team, got a little too deep, tried to flip it off the glass and missed it. Morant down floor for Gilgeous-Alexander, feeds his new favorite friend Siakam, who throws it home.
Pascal doing a good job. The president, Masai Ujiri, was down at Basketball Without Borders today at the Jazz practice facility. Look out, LeBron coming through.
A baseline drive and a tomahawk slam for James. It's getting loose here. Morant sends it to Markkanen, who grabbed and tried to windmill it home and just missed it. Long offensive rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander, a dynamite behind the back pass, gives it up, and Sabonis throws it home. They are skilled, I will say that. And they're showing it off here in the first half in Salt Lake City.
They're having a good time also.
Paul George, a three that went, but I heard a whistle. Timeout was called, and I don't think they're going to count it. They won't. As Michael Malone hopped off the Team LeBron bench and called for the timeout before the bucket. And so we'll step away from Salt Lake City. Team Giannis, 25. Team LeBron, 21. That's the quarter score with 5:42 to go in the second. You're listening to the 2023 NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Do you want to gain stability, benefits, and experience? As a youth development specialist with the City of New York, you can build a solid civil service career working with NYC's youth. Start earning over $47,000, and in 3 months, you could get a $2,500 bonus. Earn a pension, paid overtime, health care, and in just 5 years, over $60,000. Apply now at nyc.gov/YDS. Make a difference in the lives of our youth. Become a youth development specialist today. Learn more at nyc.gov/YDS.
Thank you to all of the business owners who kept people employed during the pandemic. For all you've done, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. 50 years and thousands of experts in HR, payroll, benefits, and insurance. You may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Visit paychex.com/ERTC to find out how Paychex can help you get additional cash into your business. Paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex.com/ERTC.
Mike from East Brunswick, go.
Do you actually think Gang Green can land Rodgers?
Well, that would be something for this area, wouldn't it? But you know who gives you the best shot right now? The All-American Ford Auto Group. The best shot, an amazing deal with the largest selection of Ford trucks and SUVs around, more than anyone in the tri-state area, and it's not even close. The tri-state area is All-American Ford country with huge locations throughout New Jersey, in Paramus, Hackensack, Old Bridge, and Point Pleasant. All-American Ford is the way to go. Shop online at allamericanford.net. Kevin Richard with you in our studios. Coming up on the AutoZone halftime report, my conversation with one of the newest members of the Basketball Hall of Fame, Anskate's Mark J. Spears, who won the Kurt Gowdy Award and is being honored with the Kurt Gowdy Hall of Fame Award from the print media. Anskate's Mark J. Spears will join me at the half. Raw's going to win. Back to you guys at Vivint Arena.
I spoke with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander about his first All-Star appearance, and he told me it was a dream come true. And he said it came by really not focusing on it, focusing on what I can control, my attitude, and it came to fruition. He's got a huge contingent here at the game. His dad, his brother, his cousin, his closest friends, and his girlfriend are here for his first All-Star appearance. He walks in a long tan fur coat. He's an all-star in fashion. He told me he brought 4 outfits and a backup. He was ready for his moment.
Roz, he definitely could be on GQ magazine with some of the stuff he's brought in. He's one of the more underrated players in the league. He's playing in Oklahoma City. He's the 5th leading scorer at 31 points per game. Remember, he came up with the Clippers, went in the Paul George, and he is a centerpiece right now for a OKC Thunder team that is building with a ton of draft capital coming.
I'll tell you what, he's one of those guys also who doesn't just score, but he makes his teammates better. They're really playing well. They're impressed. They got some games with some of the honchos in the West. You know, people are looking at their schedule, games left, and they're going, these guys are down low. OKC is going to be a tough out, home or away.
Well, we have some of the Team LeBron starters in. Not LeBron, but Joel Embiid is in. Got the ball at the top. Jokic is in, so is Kyrie Irving. Halliburton drives, takes it right to the rim and scores. I think they actually drew up a play coming out of the timeout.
They actually drew that up, but they made 3 more passes than they needed to.
We had an ATO here. Tatum at the top. 3 pops out, no good. Halliburton the rebound. 25-23, Team Giannis in the quarter. 2-point lead in the game overall as well. Embiid going to try a 3 from the left. It's no good. Rebounded by Tatum of Team Giannis. To Donovan Mitchell back in Utah. Drives down the lane. Kyrie Irving defending, but the layup goes good for Mitchell, who claimed he was hit. No call. Long court pass for Jokic goes by him out of bounds. He got a turnover as well.
I thought he was waving to somebody in the crowd, or I think actually one of our...
somebody say happy birthday to him?
The charity team, yes.
By the way, the charity teams, sponsors, and the kids, they have great seats here on the baseline tonight as Donovan Mitchell scores and Team Giannis increases the lead in the quarter to 4. Halliburton on the drive. Nobody comes to defend as he takes it and slams it.
Nice screen by Joel Embiid. Looked like a pulling guard. Just wiped out Lauri Markkanen.
Markkanen on the other end, missing a 3 with 4.5 minutes to go in our first half. 29-25. Team Giannis leads in the quarter. They lead the game 75-71. Right corner, Halliburton 3 is good. Boy, he was on fire to start the 3-point contest last night.
That whole first round, he was incredible.
Bam just dribbled it off his foot. Team LeBron has it. Embiid to Kyrie. To Jokic in the corner. Ball fake and a drive. Opposite corner, Halliburton launching the 3. Missed it off the top of the backboard. It hit the shot clock. It's out of bounds to Team Giannis.
First, Aaron, his whistle there.
Mark Lindsay, John Goebel, Michael Smith are officials.
How about Michael Smith? This is his 30th reason that I believe Monty picked him, in addition to him being such an excellent official. 30th year officiating in the league. 59 playoff games.
As Tatum scores on the bucket. It's symbolic because that was the year Utah had the All-Star.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Michael Smith said, reading his biography in the guide, the official's guide, he said his most memorable NBA moment was refereeing the 2008 All-Star game in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We had a dunk on one end from Joel Embiid, and then Bam Adebayo, the Miami Heat, comes down and slams it through. So let's reset the quarter score, 33-30. Team Giannis leading Team LeBron. 3:20 to go. Here's Embiid. 3-pointer went halfway down, no good. But Jokic there on the weak side to stick it
Guys up in the air to get the rebound.
A relative turn. Hey, some defense. Jokic turned him over at half and pumps the fist, and Irving puts it off the glass, but the Joker wasn't ready for that one. He's like, come on, Kyrie, you can finish that off. Here's Mitchell at the top of 3, rattles it home. Team Giannis extends its quarter lead to 4.
Joker likes to stay closer to the 4 than leaving up for those alley-oops.
Paul George goes to Kyrie, who's taking mental notes. We won't try that again. Feeds the cutting Embiid, who lays it in.
Jason Tatum faked like he was going to take a charge and then wisely got out of the way.
2:40 to go in the half. Donovan Mitchell being defended by Irving. Legit defense that time. In fact, the double came and a whistle and an actual foul.
Joker threw the ball at John Gold, bounced it at him politely.
2:38 to go, first half. Team Giannis leads the quarter by 2. They lead the All-Star game by 2 as well, 82-80. This is the 2023 NBA All-Star game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Progressive is America's #1 motorcycle insurer, so we understand motorcycles. No, really. We have a bike translator.
Okay, so this bike says she is struggling with her place in the motorcycle community. Well, she hasn't peaked yet, but she's having a little epiphany, okay? Oh, that maybe life itself is the peak. In my experience. So I just translate. Not allowed to have opinions. Got it.
Quote with Progressive and see if you could save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
With the Disney Bundle, the action will take your breath away. You ready? With Star Wars The Bad Batch and Black Panther Wakanda Forever on Disney Plus. Now is our time. Hulu, There's the Bear, and Ford vs. Ferrari. And NHL and the PGA Tour on ESPN Plus. The Disney Bundle with plans starting at $9.99 per month. All of these and more now streaming. ESPN Plus with plans starting at $12.99 per month. 18 and over only. Access content from each service separately. Offer valid for eligible.
AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Changing your oil with a full synthetic oil like Pennzoil Platinum can help your engine get more miles. Right now, you can get sports with an STP extended $99. Get started today with the parts you need at AutoZone or AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
College, early morning classes, all sessions, and somewhere in there. Work, bills, a family, it's still here with the same alert. And every day, 5-Hour Energy helps millions just like you be at their best. Rediscover 5-Hour and for more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Inside our studios, it has been an entertaining first half in Salt Lake City. Right now, overall, Team Giannis leads Team LeBron 82-80. 2:38 to go, and don't forget on the AutoZone halftime report, Inscape's Mark J. Spears, who's headed to the Basketball Hall of Fame. He's going to join me. Chastity, back to you.
Kev, thank you very much. Donovan Mitchell back here to Utah, playing tonight in the All-Star game. With more on him, let's go to Monica.
Cassie, I mean, it's just been such a great weekend. So many different causes, and guys have the opportunity to really show what they support. And Donovan Mitchell did that yesterday. He came to the matchup between Southern University and Grambling State, the Battle of the Bayou, the HBCU showcase that was aired yesterday. But prior to the game, actually, on Friday, he met with the teams and gave him his latest Adidas pair of sneakers. And so the teams got brand new sneakers to participate in the game. They got to spend some time with Donovan, and he shared with us during the broadcast yesterday that it's just so important that we continue to put resources back into our HBCUs, and he knows that that is something that is very important, obviously being the son of an educator. His mom is a career teacher, Cassie.
Absolutely, from New York City. Did it here in Salt Lake City. Donovan Mitchell doing it in Cleveland as well. His new hometown. This is his first All-Star game as a starter. 5 trips to the playoffs in his 5 years in Utah. The winner, it's amazing. They completely deconstructed, right? Sending Mitchell and Rudy Gobert away. And the pieces they got back and even some trades they made at the deadline, Danny Ainge has them well positioned here in Salt Lake City.
I tell you, they got a bundle back. I mean, Cleveland wanted a superstar for the playoffs. It's an absolute must if you're going to be successful. And Donovan Mitchell was available. They gave up an awful lot. Lowry Markkanen, one of the commodities that they brought in, and he's starting a replacement starter, but starting in the All-Star game.
PJ, I know you coached a long time. Remind me, what's this? There's a foul, and you go and shoot free throws if you're trying to attack the basket? It's a first free throw.
I remember everybody standing on the side of the line like that, yeah.
First free throw of the All-Star game came after 162 points combined were scored, and Donovan Mitchell hits both.
If I'm not mistaken, Monty McCutcheon had a meeting with the 3 officials after that call, told them to relax a little bit here.
The quarter score, Team Giannis 38, Team LeBron 34. We have 2.5 to go. $100,000 to charity to the quarter winner. They split the first quarter, $50,000 each, so $200,000 in the bank for both charities. Here's Embiid behind the line corner. 3 goes down. Team LeBron down 1. And a Paul George steal on the inbound. Goes to the right corner. His three's not there. Rebounded by DeRozan. Down floor, Mitchell. Mitchell drives. Double clutches on the pass. It goes through a number of players. Last touch by Team Giannis out of bounds.
He faked out everybody on the floor, including Bam Adebayo. Nice pass.
Jokic with a 65-foot dime right to the rim to Embiid for the score, and Team LeBron goes in front.
I don't think Nikola Jokic has looked at the rim yet.
No, he hasn't.
He looks for the other blue shirts on the floor with him.
But you can't stop DeMar DeRozan in the mid-range. A serious hop to the right, and he drops home the 21-footer. Team Giannis with a 1-point quarter lead, minute 40 to go in the half. Paul George behind the back on the bounce to Embiid, flips it cross court to Kyrie. He'll square, he'll shoot, and he'll bury a triple.
I don't know if they should be shooting threes. Team LeBron, believe it or not, is shooting 90% from inside the three.
Donovan Mitchell with a three-point answer for Team Giannis going in front. 43-42 in the quarter, leading the All-Star game by 1 as well. Here's Irving, 2 big steps down the lane, and changes to the right hand and spins it home. Jokic went for the backcourt steal, didn't get it. Donovan Mitchell, Team Giannis trailing. Mitchell drives deep, flips it up, flips it in. Minute to go in the quarter. Team Giannis by 1. 91-90 on the big scoreboard. Here's Kyrie Irving ducking under the defense right to the rim and scores it.
I said usually you can tell who's going for the MVP. I have no idea right now. There's a lot of players who would be said. Dame
ends the streak.
Yeah, exactly.
He had been 0 for his last 8 from deep, and he just knocked home the triple. And now has a look for his former Portland teammate, Carmelo Anthony.
Coach Adetokounmpo prowling the end line down there.
There he is. Only played a minute tonight if you're just joining us. Joel Embiid missing a 3, half a minute to go. Team Giannis up 2 in the ball. Here's Tatum, flips it to Lillard. Corner 3 on its way, and good. Game time late in the half with 26 seconds to go in the second. Team LeBron down 5. Kyrie flips it to the corner to George. PG missing a 3. Rebounded by Tatum. 17 seconds to go in the quarter. And Team Giannis looks like they're going to put $100,000 in the bank for Raise the Future. Here's Mitchell, give and go to Tatum, who glides through and jams.
I was scared there for a minute. I thought they were going to hold the ball for one shot, but that passing thought right there.
Tatum has 17 points. Luka from half court lets it fly wide left. Puts his hands to his head and said, I can't believe I just chucked a brick. Team Giannis puts up 53 in the second quarter, PG. And a 53-46 quarter win means that Team Giannis's charity future gets another $100,000. They're up to $300,000 earned tonight here in Salt Lake.
And Team Giannis is up to 99, count 99 first half points.
Tatum with 17 points to lead the way. Donovan Mitchell with 16 points, the second high score for Team Giannis. Team LeBron being led by Kyrie Irving, who has 18 points, and Joel Embiid coming in second with 15 on the Team LeBron stat sheet. We're at the half here in Salt Lake City. Team Giannis nearly put up 100 in the half. They lead 99-92 over Team LeBron 2 quarters in. Now let's send it to Kevin Winter in the studio with the AutoZone halftime report.
Chesty, PJ, Monica, Roz. AutoZone has free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. If you like offense, yep, you're going to love NBA All-Star games. 99-92 at the half. But I like this, PJ mentioned, Team LeBron, 6 of 30 from beyond the arc. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, has 17. Giannis got 1 basket, 20 seconds in, and then he checked himself out. Remember, he's dealing with that wrist injury. Tatum is 17. Donovan Mitchell has 16. Kyrie Irving leads everyone. He has 18. Remember, we're going to play 1 more quarter regularly, and then the fourth quarter will have a target score. So whoever is leading at the end of 3, we're going to add 24 points to their total, and that's going to be our target score. Coming up next on the AutoZone Halftime Report, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, Mark J. Spears of Anscape, who is headed to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. All that is up next. On the AutoZone halftime report, at the half in Salt Lake City, it is Team Giannis with a 99-92 lead over Team LeBron. This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
The NBA has nonstop action all season long. And with League Pass, you get more of the league you love. Now for $49.99. Watch more live games, more expert analysis, more of your favorite NBA shows, with more streaming options on all your favorite devices. Sign up for League Pass now at the new halftime price of $49.99. NBA League Pass. Start a 7-day free trial at NBA.com/watchLeaguePass. Blackouts may apply.
Okay, Julie, have you made your decision?
Oh, wow, I have. This was a tough choice. I had such a great time with Brad, but I am going to have to pick Geico.
Interesting.
Geico is just, sorry, I'm getting emotional, been by my side, for so long with great customer service.
I thought we had something, Julie.
I'm sorry, Brad. Geico is just always there for me whenever I need them.
It's an insurance company.
No, it's an insurance partner, Brad.
For the choice you can always rely on, go to geico.com.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code PAW24. Use code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Cashback's not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
We're missing threes and we're making all the one-foot shots. Here's Morant, 360 in the flush. And with such ease down the other end of the floor, Ja Morant, look out, lift off, reverse jam, Ja Morant. They want him in a slam dunk eventually. That's what we could have saw if he wants to participate. Team Giannis to lead. James off the window to himself for the alley-oop slam.
Give him an assist and a bucket.
6 points early for LeBron James.
That's where we're at the half on the AutoZone halftime report in Salt Lake City. Team LeBron and Team Giannis. It's Team Giannis with a 99-92 lead over Team LeBron here in the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. Jason Tatum, 17 points to lead Team Giannis. Kyrie Irving has 18 to lead Team LeBron James. Again, they'll play one more quarter regularly, and then the fourth quarter is going to have a target score. Give you more in the first half coming up. Also coming up here on the AutoZone halftime report, you'll hear my conversation with Mark J. Spears of Anscape, who is yesterday was inducted or was announced that he's going to be headed to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame as a recipient of the Kurt Gowdy Media Award. He is given the one to print, Holly Rowe of ESPN. She got the one for electronic media. Meanwhile, earlier tonight, Mark Testisher, PJ Carlissimo had an opportunity to catch up with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. He's been on the job 10 years, overseeing his 10th NBA All-Star Game.
Mr. Commissioner, 30 years in the NBA, 30 years since Salt Lake City last had its All-Star Game, 10th year as the commissioner at All-Star Games. We wanted to start off maybe, what's the most memorable moment in your first 10 years as commissioner in the league?
Oh, my. Honestly, let me think for a second. Well, certainly one of them, I tend to focus on the things that happened most recently, was standing on the court, being in the arena, first of all, when LeBron set the all-time scoring record.
James free throw line. James fade. Jumper. Good! NBA history in Los Angeles. LeBron James. A record that had stood for almost 4 decades. Now belongs to the King.
And then standing there with Kareem while we were waiting for LeBron to gather himself, and then Kareem was holding the game ball, getting ready to present it to LeBron. And I think it was just one of those pinch myself moments for me, just as a lifelong basketball fan, to realize I'm a bystander, but that privilege of standing on the floor and feeling that I'm part of it. And I'll just add to it, roughly 19,000 people in the arena. It's a reminder post-pandemic what it means to be around other people, to be in an arena where you have that sense that you're all in something together. And it was interesting, a friend who I knew was in the arena texted me later that night and said, I came to your seats, I missed you, whatever else. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see you. I'm saying, I would like to give you a hug. And he said, I feel like you did give me a hug, even because we were all in that together. So that's how it felt for me.
In our remaining moments with Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, I know your two favorite words, you were asked a lot about it yesterday, was load management and star players, missing games, just a different bend on it. How much do you think the perception of the league, which is star-driven, that there's only 5 players per team out there at one moment, so everybody's out front, but are you held to a different or a higher standard when it comes to players and health?
I'm not sure how to characterize it in terms of the standard we're held to. First of all, as I was saying yesterday, I absolutely understand the frustration of fans that if for some of these particularly marquee players, you take your family, the tickets are expensive, parking's expensive, and the whole thing, and your time is valuable, and you go to the game and that player's out. I will say it's interesting. I was thinking about this last night, that we make a big distinction between the player being out because he's being injured as opposed to he's being appropriately rested. Either way, you're disappointing the fans. And I think just hypothetically, if we knew formulaically that this ex-superstar, if he takes off this game in November and this game in December, that he's X% more likely to be healthy in January and February, I think we'd all say we take that trade-off, because it's an ethical dilemma a bit, but you're going to disappoint fans and potentially more fans if he's injured for a stretch as opposed to those two. I think, and I was rambling a bit last night, and I think why is because I think the ultimate issue is how reliable is the science. And that's what I'm really focused on right now. I'm trying to move this away to it being an adversarial issue, either between us and the players, or us, the league office and players, or frankly, us and the teams. Because in fairness to the players, much of this resting is being directed by the teams and their sports staff who is saying that we have a formula. And by the way, just to be clear, so listeners understand, load management goes to 24 hours a day. These players have wearables on. It goes to how much they sleep, how much their movement is, all these different measures they now use. I just think the question at the end of the day is, you take all these inputs, is that how reliable is this information? And I think we'll sort through this. There's no easy fix here. It's certainly not about turning the clock back and saying, just get out there and play. I mean, we all know that there's plenty of guys who are hobbled these days, who played back in the day, who maybe under different circumstances, different treatment, would be in better health right now. On the other hand, these are professionals. They're being paid. And as my colleague Joe Dumars says, as a former player and as a former GM, there's sort of hurt, where most guys are hurt all season long, various body parts, and then there's injured. And you never, of course, want a guy playing injured. And then the question is, in that category of hurt, is there some measurement of hurt where you'd say, you're risking this player's health if he continues to play while he's hurt, or is it just a bit painful and reduce his minutes somewhat and get him out on the floor? So I feel like there's a lot of smart people focused on this. As I said, behind closed doors with the Players Association, this is not an adversarial issue, because they want to be on the floor too. These are the most competitive players in the world, and in many cases, it's a team telling them they shouldn't play. And so we will do a better job. We'll work through it. I think this is another area where look at the enormous advances in AI technology coming to bear. And I think when you take lots of data and the teams share it with us, and we're working with the Players Association, we'll have a better understanding of what's working, what's not.
You're always very gracious with your time. It's been a great weekend in Salt Lake City. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for being here.
Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA. Let's go back to the studio.
That is Mark Kestis Show with Adam Silver, PJ Carlissimo, Kevin Orchard with you. The commish, now in his 10th season, his 10th NBA All-Star game. He said yesterday at his State of the League press conference that he does every All-Star Saturday night. He said, this is the most competitive season in the history of the NBA when you look at wins and losses, and particularly in the Western Conference, the way they are stacked up between spots 4 through seed 13. Kevin Winter with you. We are at the half on the AutoZone halftime report here with the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. Team Giannis leading Team LeBron 99-92. We'll get you back out to Vivint Arena for the call of the second half. And, of course, our Elam ending tonight. Still have to figure out what the target score is going to be. End of the third. Whoever has the highest amount of points, the most points, we're going to add 24 to that. That will be our target score. Coming up next on the AutoZone halftime report, one of the newest members of the Basketball Hall of Fame, Mark J. Spears of Anscape. He's going in this summer. He has been given the award, the Kurt Gowdy Media Award. You'll hear my conversation with Mark. He joins me next, and we talk second half of the NBA season. At the break, Team Giannis with a 99-92 lead over Team LeBron. This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan a Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan a Tool.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Remember college? Early morning classes, all-night study sessions, and somewhere in there, maybe even a social life. 5-Hour Energy got you through. Now, you've got responsibilities, work, bills, a family. 5-Hour Energy is still here with the same alert, energized feeling you relied on back then. Every day, 5-Hour Energy helps millions just like you be at their best when it really matters. Rediscover 5-Hour Energy. We'll get you through again. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
With the Disney Bundle, the action will take your breath away.
You ready?
With Star Wars The Bad Batch and Black Panther Wakanda Forever on Disney+. Now is our time. On Hulu, there's The Bear and Ford vs. Ferrari.
That's for lucky.
And NHL and the PGA Tour on ESPN+. The Disney Bundle with plans starting at $9.99 per month. All of these and more now streaming. ESPN Plus with plans starting at $12.99 per month. 18 and over only. Access content from each service separately. Offer valid for eligible subscribers only. Terms apply.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150-milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new plan. Nothing is
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine. With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
And we are at the half at Vivint Arena in Salt Lake City, Utah. The crowd being entertained. A couple of performances. Team Giannis with a 99-92 lead over Team LeBron here on the AutoZone halftime report. Kevin Winter with you. One of the events that took place this weekend was the announcement of the finalists for the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. The inductees for the Basketball Hall of Fame are going to be revealed during the Final Four weekend in Houston. But also this weekend, the recipients of the 2023 Naismith Hall of Fame Kurt Gowdy Media Award were announced. And 2 for ESPN are going. Mark Spears of Anscape and Holly Rowe She is going on the electronic side. Mark is going on the print media side. Mark J. Spears of Anscape joins me here on the AutoZone halftime report of the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. So what was it like yesterday when you get the phone call that says you're a Hall of Famer?
It was funny. I was actually on the phone with Mike Brown when I got the call, and I had to, the Sacramento Kings head coach. And I was like, hey, Mike, I think this call is important. Coach, should I call you back? It was a little awkward because you tell the NBA head coach, I got to, take this phone call, right? And I got it, and it was John Galleva from the Hall of Fame telling me I got in. And I was just stunned, but I don't think it was until they actually said it at the ceremony that it really, really hit that I was in. Because it's like, maybe something will fall between the cracks before then. They'll change their mind. But once I heard them say it publicly, once I saw the press release come out, I think it really, really hit me. It's an amazing honor. As a kid who I dreamed of, being an NBA player, but also saw a stat when I was in the 7th grade that less than 2% of NBA players college basketball players make it to the NBA. So I was just realistic and kind of thought if I could figure out a way to be close to basketball, that would be the next best thing if I couldn't actually play in the league. And, I was able to do it, and I'm blessed that they think my work is worthy enough to get me into the Hall of Fame.
What are you most proud of, Mark, over your 20-plus year career covering the NBA?
I think it's the ability to, one, get the players to let their guard down and tell their story.
Right.
And I've been blessed that they are confident in me that I could tell their story fairly. And a lot of these stories have depth, pain, intriguing or sad circumstances. But another thing is, I've, written a lot about diversity and lack thereof, about race, and gender. And I think I played, from what people tell me, a strong role in bringing highlight to, when there was a lack of black head coaches in the NBA and a predominantly black league, bringing a highlight to that. And I had many people tell me that they felt like I helped influence change in that regard for not only black coaches, but for black people in the front office. And, trying to bring highlight to, women in the industry and, getting them opportunities. And so a lot of the things I write about aren't always the easiest topics to write about.
No.
A lot of times there are things that people don't want to read about. But I kind of feel like in order to try to make beautiful change in this country, you got to be willing to have a conversation. You got to be willing to talk about things that are uncomfortable in order to hopefully make this a better place for everybody. And it appears that people believe that I've been able to do that.
Anscape's Mark J. Spears joining us here on NBA on ESPN Radio at the AutoZone halftime report of the 72nd NBA All-Star Game in Salt Lake City. Mark, the recipient of the Kirk County Award for Media for Print, heading to the Hall of Fame coming up. Hey, let's look back at last night. Does Mac McClung, what kind of future does he have in the NBA? What kind of chance?
Well, you're going to make me make it a downer. That's what we saw.
Be nice.
Last night. No. Yeah, I'm just being realistic with it because, you're talking to a former college basketball player who's been covering NBA for, 24 years now, and I've seen a lot of people with hops, right?
Right.
His leaping ability is beyond special, and having played college basketball, having been around the NBA, there's just a different bounce that he has that when you see him, he's just in a different class. The last person I saw jump like that was Demetrius Hook Mitchell, who's a famous street baller from the Bay Area. He used to jump over Volkswagen bugs and do 360s over 10 speed. This is elite hops. The challenge he's had is, and he's been in the G League with the Warriors. He's been in the G League with the Lakers, is showing the rest of your game.
Right.
Because it's not a dunk contest in the game. He's an extraordinary athlete, but he has to figure out a way to the rest of his game as a point guard, as a playmaker, as a shooter, to incorporate the rest of those skills to get him in the NBA. And there's no question his athleticism is 1%. it's the, but if he continues to improve the rest of his game as he's been diligently trying to do in the G League, I think he'll eventually find a home.
He signed the 10-day contract with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
So we'll get a little run coming up. Mark J. Spears of Anscape joining us here on the AutoZone halftime report at the 72nd NBA All-Star Game. Look, Mark, when this week resumes, when play resumes on Thursday, it is only 24 or 25 games for most teams. It's 6 weeks of the season. That's it. This is not a normal All-Star game in the midway point. This is a sprint. What in your mind is going to be the biggest storyline that you're going to be focusing on?
The Western Conference is like an old school battle royal, man, with Jimmy Superfly Snuka in it, and
So who's Andre the Giant?
Animal Steel, and Andre the Giant, and they're just beating each other up. Like who's still going to be in there? You know what I mean? And it's going to be also interesting to see are the Warriors and Lakers going to do play it again? Right. I have my eyes on the Sacramento Kings.
Really?
They're an incredible story. They're in third seed, and I went by there at a luncheon yesterday that I stopped by, and there's just this excitement yet nervousness because now the stakes are higher in Sacramento. This is a franchise that hasn't been in the playoffs since 2006. They don't want to be in the play-in. They want to be in the playoffs. They want to make it. And in a sense, it's almost like winning a championship for them. And it's been so long, and there's been so much ridicule, and there's no pro sports franchise that has had a longer playoff drought currently than them. And I bet you if they clinch a spot, you would have thought that they won a championship in Sacramento. If they clinch it at home, or if they're going to clinch in their road, I bet you they open up the Golden One Center. That's going to be an incredible story.
ESPN's Mark J. Spears of Anscape. Again, Mark, congratulations on being named the Kirk Gowdy recipient for the Media Award into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Kevin Winter with you here on the AutoZone halftime report at the break. Team Giannis leads Team LeBron 99-92. We got scoring here. We've had scoring during the regular season in the first part of the season as well. Here's ESPN Radio's Christine Lacey.
The pre-All-Star portion of the NBA season saw tons of scoring. I mean lots, especially from an individual standpoint.
Giannis, he's going for 50, right wing three. Yes, sir. Tatum with a right wing three. Yes. Joel with a dribble. 4 to shoot. Step back three. It's up. It's good.
There were 138 40-point games in the first half of the season. That's already the second most all-time in an entire season.
Donovan Mitchell with 41. This is his 6th game of 40 or more points. That's why he's going to Salt Lake.
There were 142 40-point games in the 1961-62 season. 26 players have multiple 40-point games, the most in a season in NBA history. 46 players have at least one 40-point game.
Lucas steps back, three-pointer for the tie is good. Dame, another D3. Yes, the right-hand sledgehammer. Oh, what a move by Julius Alexander. Crown him with 40 tonight, baby.
Entering the All-Star break, 6 different players are averaging 30 points, on pace to tie the 1961-62 for the most in a season in NBA history. Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jason Tatum. Oh, and LeBron James is just under that mark, averaging 29.98 points per game this season. But of course, he has the points that matter the most.
James free throw line. James Spade, jumper, good! NBA history in Los Angeles. Oh, hell, the new king in town.
ESPN Radio's Christine Lacey. Thank you very much. Our thanks as well to WTMJ, WTMI, 98.5 The Sports Hub, 97.5 The Fanatic, WTAM, Rip City Radio's is 620, WWLS 98.1 The Sports Animal, 710 ESPN in L.A. Coming up next, we're going to get you back out to Salt Lake City. We're going to start the second half. Team Giannis with a 7-point lead over Team LeBron. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
ESPN New York app is here. Stream all your favorite 98.7 shows and live games. Download it now. WEPN-FM, New York.
Second half of the Utah's next. This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio.
And now a small business setback is assessed by a beloved family pediatrician.
Oh, hey, Tiger. Big scary tree branch give your work truck a boo-boo? Yeah. Wow. See this thing on my phone here? It's the Progressive mobile app. Just push that little button there and report your claim. Attaboy.
When owning a small business gets painful, Progressive Commercial is here to make it all better. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
What's this? Candy drawer? Who wants a lollipop?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions. Auto claims not available in all states or situations.
Dell Technologies President's Day event is here with deals to power all your passions. The savings start now on select, sleek XPS laptops and more powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget, special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Just call 877-ASK-DELL for these limited time President's Day deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code PAW24. Use code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Taxback not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career and they talked to me about it.
He was done in just months.
I did do it online.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at My Computer Career.
It worked for me and I know it can work for you.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Chris, this needs to go to Parkville by 3.
Joy to the holiday packages that keep coming at Jimenez Couriers.
It's coming your way, but the drop-off location is changing.
She needs delivery drivers with the gift of punctuality.
Anyone looking to pick up some overtime? Anyone?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You're with you Insider Studios. That'll do it for us on the AutoZone halftime report. 72nd All-Star Game. Team Giannis leads Team LeBron 99-92. Before we rejoin Mark Kestisher, PJ Calissimo, Monica McNutt, let's join Roz Godawoody on the sidelines with the coach of Team LeBron, Michael Malone. Roz?
Michael, it's great to see you here at All-Star. I got to talk to you about the strategy aspect of this. The draft, right before the game, you figure out who your players are and your roster is. How do you adjust to that and make a strategy?
You don't. Like yesterday, we had a practice. We didn't know who our players were. But the NBA does a great job trying to make it exciting for the fans. So the draft was pretty cool. And either team is going to get great players at this event. We just had to find a way to play a little bit of defense to maybe find a way to get back in this game.
Okay. You've had the chance to coach LeBron, Team LeBron in the All-Star before. You know, you see him bring such energy to the game in his 20th season, 19th straight All-Star. What is it like just to enjoy that and also coach him?
You know, I've been around LeBron for a lot of years, and to be back reunited with him over All-Star weekend, something I don't take for granted. He just broke Kareem's all-time scoring record. He set the record tonight with most All-Star appearances. And the relationship I have, it makes this weekend so much fun because he's such a class act. He did a great job with the team, and knowing that he's behind me and supports me means a lot.
Hey, Coach, last one, they just want to update. Is there anything on LeBron's hand? Is he okay? And will we see him in the second half?
I think LeBron is fine, but you will not see him in the second half. I think once he came out that last time out in that second quarter, I think that was the end of LeBron, unfortunately. I could use him, though.
Thank you, Coach. Great to see you. Monica, over to you.
Thanks, Roz. I'm here with Coach Joe Mazzulla. All right, Coach, how would you assess that first half?
A lot of fun. Guys feeling it out. Just like watching the guys compete. Like watching the guys interact with each other. And it's really cool to see a bunch of guys that have dedicated their lives to, trying to be great and achieve a dream, be out there together.
I know you're a guy that really chases down gratitude. This is the first for you. It's a big deal. How are you feeling and taking in this moment?
Yeah, just trying to be as quiet as I can and soak it all in. And, just give back to the guys and watch them just compete.
Congratulations, Joe. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right. Thanks a lot, Monica. Joe Mazzulla he's an outstanding young coach, but this has been the most relaxed that we have seen him since he took over as head coach. He's enjoying this, which is great to see.
We had the best pregame interview with him. He was smiling, laughing. I don't want to say he doesn't enjoy coaching Boston, but there may be a tiny bit more pressure on the Celtic games.
Yes, just a little bit. And the Celtics, of course, leading the Eastern Conference in the standings. The Denver Nuggets are the leaders in the Western Conference standings. Good to hear from Michael Malone, at least to say that he feels LeBron is all right. But, again, that's the news coming into the second half is he is not going to play the rest of the All-Star.
Yeah, we saw right when it happened. I think it happened, if my recollection is right, he tried to block a shot. I thought he hit his hand on the rim trying to block a shot. And you could see as he was coming up the court, he was looking at it. He had lifted up his hand in front of him, and he kept looking at it. And I don't know why you should never speculate on injuries. I don't think it's a serious injury, but as Michael Malone said, we're not going to see him second half.
So LeBron James ends up with 13 points in 14 minutes, extending his record for most All-Star points to 426, and you get those kind of records when you play in 19 consecutive All-Star games.
And by coincidence, the two leading vote getters, the two captains of the two teams are now the two coaches of the two teams, because we won't see Giannis or LeBron.
That's right. Giannis checked out after the first minute. Kind of a cool scene right now for the folks here in Utah. Karl Malone is being honored on the stage to our right. Remember, he was the number 2 all-time scorer in NBA history. He has since dropped to number 3 after LeBron's ascent. But what an incredible career here in Salt Lake City. Karl Malone, we see John Stockton's here as well. And could only have hoped that, Jerry Sloan could have been here as well. Of course, passed away recently. The three of them, that was Utah NBA basketball for a long time.
Absolutely. And the two statues out front are great statues of John and Carl and how much they meant. Now look at who they just put up on the board, Chesty. We got the captain up on the board.
So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who had been the leading scorer in All-NBA, now number 2, comes out onto the stage, and I believe this is going to be an honor to LeBron James coming. We'll see if James takes to the stage, but Kareem held that all-time scoring record for 38-plus years. Dwayne Wade is taking to the stage right now and grabbing a microphone, and let's see if we can check in on Dwayne Wade.
Broke the record in 84. In that same year, a future king was born. When they call you the chosen one before you finish high school, the expectations are sky high. For 19 years, we've all been witnesses. No matter the challenge, no matter the noise, he was relentless. He's not just a 4-time MVP or a 19-time All-Star or a gold medalist or NBA champion. He's a son, he's a father, he's a husband, he's a friend. And now, he's the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. The king himself, my brother, LeBron James.
And here he comes, LeBron James, still in his all-star warm-up. Thanks to his good buddy Dwayne Wade. They've got the number 38,388. That was the number to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We'll see if LeBron addresses the crowd here in Vivint Arena in Salt Lake City. Right now, a hug for LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Oh, here comes Captain Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Big hug for LeBron. And Karl Malone, man, he passed along the way. Big hug Yeah, that's how the game has changed. LeBron wants a picture here, and I don't blame him. There you go. The top 3 scorers in NBA history all together on the stage here in Salt Lake City.
Absolutely incredible. And another thing they absolutely share, Kesty, incredible men, really nice individuals, totally different, but they've represented the game of basketball so well for so many years.
Well, that's what NBA All-Star has come to mean, is the royalty of the NBA over the years. They come back every single year. We miss Bill Russell terribly this year after passing away. Last year, he was always a fixture at All-Star games and at finals. But that's the brilliant part of coming here every mid-season or 3/4 of the season, is to see all the great past players as well.
The legends that are here. But look, you start right there, as you said, 1, 2, and 3 scoring in the history of the National Basketball Association. And lucky I got over to talk to Bill Walton. Kareem was sitting next to Bill Walton before the game, go over and talk to those two from the same school. Carl, I did not know Carl before the 92 Olympics, and then got a chance to spend more than a month together with he and John Stockton and their families, both great family guys, and I always did look forward to coming, not the game, but coming and seeing those two guys and their families when you played here.
Well, the only other time there was an NBA All-Star game here in Salt Lake City was 30 years ago, 1993. Stockton and Malone, as you pointed out earlier, were the co-MVPs, but you reminded me when you talked about the Dream Team, 9 of the 12 members of the Dream Team played in that All-Star game 30 years ago. 15 of the 24 who played in that All-Star game in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that was quite a time in the NBA.
Well, Christian was one who didn't. The other two might have been Birdie and Magic.
Yeah.
It might have been Birdie and Magic.
I'd have to go back.
That didn't, I'm guessing. Yep. And obviously Christian Laettner, no, because he was playing in college, I believe. What year was
1993, so 92-93 season here in Salt Lake City. Mark Estes here, PJ Carlissimo with you. A little extended halftime here as they honor LeBron James. I think that honor was supposed to be scheduled for later in the second half, but maybe with James' evening coming to an end, a certain private jet's being fired up at the airfield not too far away. We'll see. LeBron right now has just hit the floor. Got a camera crew following him. They got a minute 10 they just put on the clock to let the guys warm up. LeBron coming over to see some of Dwayne Wade's family. A little hug for Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade's wife, before he exits. 19 All-Star games, 20 seasons in the league. And let's hope that right hand is okay. It looks okay as we're looking here. And we heard Michael Malone say the hand's good, but his half is over. And the attendance tracker for you here at Vivint Arena. Tonight's attendance, 18,306. Brought to you by Vivid Seats, where you earn rewards with every purchase. Vivid Seats Rewards is your ticket to more tickets. Vivid Seats, life happens live. TJ, while we have a moment, while they got about a minute to warm up, I guess we'll start some discussion with that Wild West. If you look at the 4-seed Clippers at 28 losses to the 13-seed Lakers at 32, it's a jumble. The Lakers would really have to put up a big number to get to the play-in, and the Lakers have the 6th easiest remaining schedule coming down the stretch.
Well, if they're healthy, and I say they, with no disrespect to their teammates, but if AD, and that's the concern, LeBron's going to be healthy. I mean, he's superhuman. But if AD's healthy and plays all of the majority of those games, they have a chance to win every night. There's no question about that. Those two, and myself, you, and John Madani would be all right. We'd win a decent amount. But that's really the key for them. But those teams that are in front of them, they're not going anywhere. Those teams have been, winning since the beginning, and everybody keeps saying, well, look, the gap's not that far. True, the gap's not that far, but to go past somebody, they've got to help you a little bit. They got to lose some games, and they're looking at it the same way. Those teams that are anywhere from 7, 13 is the Lakers. I mean, that's amazing. Trailblazers are a game and a half ahead of them at 12, as are the Jazz tied with them. They're looking at those same teams ahead of them in the standings saying, hey, we can get a little hot. We're going to be maybe in the play-in, maybe we have an outside shot if we really get hot, if the schedule's really favorable. And that's the thing that a lot of people haven't looked at yet. But believe me, the teams have, the coaches have, and the players have. How many home games have they played? How many away do they have left? How many have they played in the West? How many East do they still have? It's all going to factor in, but I do think one of the biggest factors will be, as always, health. Who stays healthy?
Lakers will open the stretch to the end on Thursday against the Golden State Warriors. One of those teams in front of them, Golden State, sitting 9th in the West. Second half of this 72nd NBA All-Star game is underway. The tap controlled by Team LeBron. LeBron not playing the second half, hand injury. And, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo came in with a wrist injury, started the game, played a minute, committed a foul, and checked himself out. So it'll be Luka Doncic on the floor, finding Kyrie Irving on the left. Irving, a fake drive, leaves it for Embiid for the easy stuff to open our third quarter scoring. Now, remember, we're going to give you quarter scores here as well, another $100,000 to both teams' charities. Raise the Future for Team Giannis, already $300,000 in the bank. LeBron's charity, Big Brothers Big Sisters Utah, has $200,000. A block by Team LeBron. Down on the other end, it's Kyrie Irving between the legs, bounce to Paul George for the jam.
PG actually had a block shot. I think he got Drew Holiday.
Here's Tatum blowing by Irving to the cup for the slam. And Tatum's got 19 points. Remember, we're tracking who could be the MVP of this All-Star game as well. And Tatum, one of their high scorers. Irving thought about a three. Those copper sneakers, drives inside, off the window, miss. Jokic taps once, no. Taps it out to the perimeter. Luka's got it. Right angle three, right of the mark, no good. He's been a little off tonight. Here's Donovan Mitchell into the front court. He'll walk to the three-point line. He'll pop a three, and he'll knock it home. And he points to the Raise the Future kids out in the stands.
Well, you mentioned Jason Tatum. Donovan Mitchell also.
Yes.
Consideration for early on consideration for MVP.
He's got 17 points and 6 assists as Paul George just airballed one from the perimeter.
He likes playing in this building. There's no question about that. Donovan Mitchell
steps into a long three and knocks it down. Of course, this was his home building for his first 5 seasons. Now with the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell's got 22. Kyrie Irving explodes to the rim and lays it in. Team Giannis 8, Team LeBron 6. Mitchell, he wants the MVP, and he just got defended well by Embiid at the cup.
Guys, we're talking about Tatum, Irving, Mitchell, the leading scorers. They're stepping up.
Kyrie bounces it to the corner to Paul George, in and out, no good. Team Giannis with the rebound, coming from right to left as we watch it courtside. Tatum stops, three-point line, and buries the three. And another kiss to the crowd. He's got 22.
Three-point shooting, one of the reasons these players have been struggling a little bit is they haven't shot the ball in a couple of days. You take a couple of days off, even when you're as great as these guys, it takes a little while to get back in shape. But players in the three-point contest, you better believe they got some shots up prior to the three-point contest.
Paul George hit a layup, and now Jason Tatum, a logo deep three. 14-8, Team Giannis the lead. Tatum's up to 25.
Yep.
Here's Kyrie, left angle three, no good. Rebounded by Mitchell. Donovan, a little hop step with a dribble into the front court, bounces it right side to Tatum. It's starting to pick up here. Tatum feeling it, buries another triple from the right. 28 for the Celtics, 4-time All-Star.
We've seen that a number of times this year. He goes by 40 like it's nothing.
Team Giannis has built a 9-point quarter lead. Embiid had it poked out of his hands, out of bounds by who else? The aggressive Tatum. It'll stay with Team LeBron. Jason, of course, came into the league young, but here's Kyrie Irving from the right corner. Three is in and out, and Jason Tatum rebounds. He's the youngest Celtic to his first 4 All-Star games. Donovan Mitchell cuts down the lane and lays it in. It's the Mitchell and Tatum show here in the third quarter.
Kyrie's trying to crash the party.
19-8, Team Giannis leads the third quarter score, and it's an 18-point lead overall in the game. Remember, the lead team add 24 to the target score for the fourth as Embiid drops it through the cylinder on a dunk for Team LeBron. Morant in the game. Bounces it to Tatum.
Very nice pass.
Tatum retreats to the three-point line and hits another. He's on a heater right now. Jason Tatum with 31 points. Tatum's got 14 in the quarter, and Kyrie will slow him up with an answer three at the top.
23 for Kyrie.
Mitchell, logo three is good. He just lifted off from about 35 feet. Mitchell hits a trifecta.
27 for Donovan. So they've identified themselves, the players contesting for the MVP.
On Team Giannis, here's Irving splitting a double, and he's right down the lane for the bucket. Team Giannis 25, Team LeBron 15 in the quarter. Here's Mitchell just inside a half court. Wow. Was short. It was on line, but just short from 40 feet away. A big smile on his face. Here's Embiid. He says, I want a shot at these threes. And he bags one for the 7-footer.
Been him and Nikola Jokic firing threes now.
25-18, Team Giannis, 7-point quarter lead. 7:10 to go in the third. Tatum red hot. Left wing, yep. He held the pose. Couple of kisses, a point to the broadcast crew. He's got 34 points. Kyrie from deep hits, and now all of a sudden everybody's hitting three-pointers.
Now those three, Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell, and JT.
Tatum from 40 missing, gets his own long rebound. Kyrie reaches in, trying to dislodge the ball, and commits the foul and ends our little three-point contest.
Are they in the bonus?
Not yet. That'll be a story.
For the game.
Yeah, for the game. All right, we got a little something going on here. Jason Tatum, 34 points, 17 in the quarter. Team Giannis leads the third quarter, 28-21, and they lead the All-Star game, 127-113. You're listening to the 2023 NBA All-Star game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Do you want to gain stability, benefits, and experience? As a youth development specialist with the City of New York, you can build a solid civil service career working with New York City's youth. Start earning over $47,000 in 3 months. You can get a $2,500 bonus, earn a pension, paid overtime, health care, and in just 5 years, over $60,000. Apply now at nyc.gov/YDS. Make a difference in the lives of our youth. Become a youth development specialist today. Learn more at nyc.gov/YDS.
When you support City Harvest, you do more than just provide hundreds of millions of pounds of food to millions of hungry New Yorkers. You feed hope for a kid up in Parkchester. You feed confidence for a first-in-her-family Queens College freshman. You feed community for folks in Canarsie Park. You feed compassion for retired Staten Island nurses who continue to serve. You feed strength for office workers in Manhattan. When you support City Harvest, you feed good. Support us at cityharvest.org.
Thank you to all of the business owners who kept people employed during the pandemic. For all you've done, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. 50 years and thousands of experts in HR, payroll, benefits, and insurance. You may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Visit paychex.com/ERTC to find out how Paychex can help you get additional cash into your business. Paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex.com/ERTC.
This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Chapter Orchard with you inside our studios. Team Giannis starting to put the gas pedal down, led by Jason Tatum. He's got 34. Did some digging. 8 Boston Celtics have won the All-Star Game MVP. From Macaulay, Kuzi twice, Bill Sherman, Bill Russell in 63, Dave Cowens in 73, Tiny Archibald in 81. The last Celtic to win the All-Star Game MVP, Larry Bird in 1982. Roscoe to win it. That's a long, long time ago. Back to you.
I spoke with Jay before the three-point contest, and he told me it would mean a lot to win the three-point contest. He wanted to be a part of Celtics lore. He said Larry Bird won it, Paul Pierce won it. I want to join them, and in those names that win the three-point contest, on his way to winning MVP here in the All-Star Game. Can't Casey, I'm going to throw it to you. I know my mic seems to be having a little bit of issues, but you get the point. Jason Tatum has been playing great. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'll throw it to you.
I got you loud and clear, and yeah, he wanted that three-point contest last night.
The matchup on the inbounds pass.
Oh, yeah, Jaylen Brown says, you know what, I got a mask, doesn't matter, I got to slow you down now.
Jaylen Brown guarding Jason Tatum, about to inbound the ball. Michael Smith, the excellent official, 30 years in the NBA. Michael Smith is administering the inbound play.
Jason Tatum is 5 for 6 from three-point range in this third quarter. 17 of his 34 points. Can his teammate, Jaylen Brown, slow him down? Inbound comes in. Team Giannis to Donovan Mitchell. Finds Lillard off the curl. Lillard hits it. A great screen from Bam Adebayo and a triple for Dame Lillard.
Smiling at Kyrie. Kyrie tripped over him, knocked Bam down. Bam wide open. He's got no problem converting that.
That's got to be the hardest hit we've had on defense here tonight. Team LeBron trailing by 10 in the quarter. Embiid with it on top. Now accelerates against Tatum, who lets him go, and Joel flips it up and in.
It tells me Joel doesn't go to the basket that easily when the Sixers and Celtics hook up.
Here's Mitchell, another three, pulls up into the front court. He and Tatum both red hot here in this third
quarter. They're going after it, and don't forget Kyrie. He's got 28 and counting.
Jaylen Brown rises, misses the three. DeRozan rebounds for Team Giannis. Up 11 in the quarter. Mitchell picks it up, shoots another three, misses it. He's not in rhythm that time. Rebounded by Team LeBron. It's Kyrie Irving between the legs behind him to Embiid. The big man for three, splashes one home. 5:45 to go in the quarter. Team LeBron trying to chip away at the quarter score.
That's your average big man.
Damian Lillard leading the offensive attack. Goes to DeRozan on the left. This time they'll try a three-pointer up the sidestep. Missed it. Rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Up ahead, long court pass to Jokic. He was looking to drop the dime. Instead, took it himself for the lay-in.
I want to say wide receiver. Looked more like a tight end going down for that pass.
Jason Tatum being defended by Embiid. Steps back into the corner. Off balance. Three is good. 37 for Jason Tatum, who's got 20 in the period.
That was the contested three. Joel Embiid got up, and Jason Tatum had to lean back to even get the shot off.
Jokic going to try a three. Ooh, misses badly. Banks off the backboard, and who's got it? Jason Tatum. Embiid wants him. Tatum sidesteps. Is this another one? Three-pointer is a miss. Rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
The masked man.
Brings it into the front court. Bounces it ahead to Kyrie. Sends it over right side to Embiid. Perimeter three is good. How about Joel Embiid? Knocking home a triple.
30.
Wow.
30 for Joel.
13 of 17. 4 triples for Embiid playing through foot pain. Lillard, deep three. Yes.
We're going to make that MVP voting. Four players right now. Embiid and Irving for Team LeBron. Tatum and Mitchell for Team Giannis.
Anthony Edwards, a two-hand flush. 4:15 to go in the third. Quarter score, Team Giannis 40, Team LeBron 33. Dame Lillard, full net from half court. Wow.
At least make it look like it's an effort to make it from half court.
Irving says, let me try one of those. Just inside a half missed.
Dame's going to fire another one.
There he is. Dame, half court rises on its way. No, missed it. Long rebound. Mitchell chased it down. Gets it to Tatum. Into the lane. Layups good. 39 for Jason Tatum. And Michael Malone wants a timeout for Team LeBron.
They're down 12 this quarter, 45-33. And even with the elim ending, you got to be within striking range. 24 points. Not going to take who's ever leading long to get 24 points.
Jason Tatum has 20 points in this third quarter. He's sitting on 37. Team Giannis has 45 posted in the quarter and still 3:47 to play in the third. Team Giannis leads the quarter 45-33 over Team LeBron, and their lead total has risen to 144 to 125. They shortchanged them too, didn't they?
Click two more for Jason Tatum.
He's got 22 in the quarter, 39 for Jason Tatum. This is the 2023 NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Susan has always wanted to live in a chateau. I like a certain je ne sais quoi. While Jake is more into the Cape Cod style home.
It's a classic look.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Susan and Jake found a Cape Cod style home where they will only speak French.
Bonjour, je t'aime, merci beaucoup, and cordon bleu.
You'll get better with Chime. Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
The basketball and hockey seasons are heating up. Baseball is just around the corner, and nothing beats seeing your favorite team live. Not only does Vivid Seats have great ticket prices, they're also the official ticketing partner of ESPN. And with Vivid Seats rewards, when you buy 10 tickets, you get the 11th free. Download the app or visit vividseats.com today. Vivid Seats. Life happens live. Receive a reward credit equal to the average price of the 10 tickets purchased, excluding taxes, fees, and processing costs. See vividseats.com/rewards for terms and conditions. Remember college? Early morning classes, all-night study sessions, and somewhere in there, maybe even a social life. 5 Hour Energy got you through. Now, you've got responsibilities, work, bills, a family. 5 Hour Energy is still here with the same alert, energized feeling you relied on back then. Every day, 5 Hour Energy helps millions just like you be at their best when it really matters. Rediscover 5 Hour Energy. We'll get you through again. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
The all-new NBA app is happening and has you covered from coast to coast. Live tip-offs at your fingertips and highlights right as they happen. Steph Curry drills the three. Catch every can't-miss moment before, during, and after the game. And behind the scenes like you've never seen. Let's go! All access, all the time. All in one app. Because if it's happening in the new NBA app. So get the app today.
With you inside our studios. Welcome to the Jason Tatum Show with Donovan Mitchell riding shotgun. Those two are combined for 69 points tonight. Tatum's got 39. He already has the most points ever in an All-Star game by a Boston Celtics player, and that's a pretty good franchise. And Chesty, PJ, Raj, Monica, there have been 7 instances where a player has scored 40 or more. Anthony Davis has the record back in 2017 when he dropped 52. McNutt, back to you.
Thanks, Winter. All right, so listen, guys, All-Star weekends are not just a place where fans get to dream and see all of their favorite players on one court. Julius Randle actually had a little bit of a wish come true this weekend. He was asked prior to the All-Star break about heading out to Utah, and he said, I hope I get a chance to play with LeBron James before he retires, and joked about LeBron's age. But he also mentioned that he and Paul George are good friends, and so he would be kind of excited to play with him as well. And so check both of those boxes, Kesty, because Julius Randle was indeed drafted by one LeBron James.
He was indeed, and I think LeBron would have liked to have Jason Tatum on his team. Tatum's on Team Giannis, and he just broke a record that was set last year. Steph Curry had a chance to break that Anthony Davis record at 52. Remember, LeBron had the last shot.
Exactly.
Curry ended up with 50. But Curry scored 21 points in a quarter last year. Jason just broke that. He's got 22.
And counting. He still has 3:46 to go. Is he still out there?
He is. He's still on the floor.
Kyrie changing his sneaks on the bench.
Jason Tatum has 6 3-pointers in this third quarter. His teammate, Jaylen Brown, masked man tonight, dribbles to the high post, into the lane, sweeping little right hook goes down for Jaylen Brown. Team LeBron down 10 in the quarter, $100,000 for charity at stake in the quarter score. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander adds to Team Giannis as he drives down for the basket.
I think LeBron responded to the timeout.
Here's Jaren Jackson Jr. with the slam on a beautiful long bounce pass from De'Aaron Fox.
But unfortunately, Team Giannis is continuing.
Well, they scored 53 in the second quarter. They're up to 47. Lillard rises from the logo, misses that one, and rebounded by Brown.
Front rim, back rim, and out.
Brown thought about a logo. He'll take it, and he'll miss it. Rebounded by Tatum. Jason Tatum, 22 third-quarter points into the front court. Stops at the left wing, and Jaylen Brown wants him. Says, I want you. Clapping his hands defensively. Here's Tatum's three. No good. Tapped out, and Team Giannis has it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander feeds Tatum for the bucket. He's up to 41 points.
And the record continues to grow.
And he grows ever closer to the all-time record that Kevin Winter just mentioned. Here's Julius Randle rising from three and hitting from on top for Team LeBron.
Well, Kem only looks in the Celtic record book.
SGA driving down, and the Oklahoma City Thunder gets deep, rises, and flushes easily. 51-40 quarter score for Team Giannis. Anthony Edwards, 21-year-old, just pumped a three in from the outside. Young rising star from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Tatum for three. No, rims out. Rebounded by Team LeBron, down 8 in the quarter. Jaren Jackson, long three. Ooh, that was a brick, but fortunate. Comes all the way out to Edwards on the right. He'll take a three, miss it. Weak side rebound, near putback Jaylen Brown, but he missed it and grabbed his own miss and put it in. We'll have a little delay game warning here. Look at Giannis hop off the bench. Come on, ref. Call the delay game warning.
Michael Smith thinking of giving him a T.
Oh, we got a blue light special here. Are they changing a score? That's usually what the blue light refers to, right?
Correct.
Now they will announce it to the crowd. It's a new ruling this year.
Dennis will.
They're reviewing Edwards if that's a 2 or a 3. He was right on the line. I haven't seen a replay yet.
2.
All right. So we'll change the score. Team Giannis 51. Team LeBron 44. They lost a point there. Here's Damian Lillard driving for Team Giannis for the lay-in with 90 seconds to go in the third. 9-point quarter lead. De'Aaron Fox goes easily through. Oh, he missed the layup. I mean, missed the jam.
He's the only player who hasn't scored in the game, De'Aaron Fox.
Still scoreless. Lillard from the break hits another three. Damian Lillard at one point missed 8 straight field goals. He's up to 23 points.
He's 8 for 17.
Wow. He made his first, missed 7, right? He was 1 for 8.
So he's 7 for 9 since then.
All right. Damian Lillard back to his old stroking self.
He's got 23. His teammates, Jason Tatum's got 41. Donovan Mitchell has 30.
Minute to go here in the third quarter. Team Giannis with a 12-point quarter lead. We'll set the target score when this quarter ends. Here's Brown, step back against his teammate, and he hits, beating Jason Tatum.
1-on-1 in the Celtic practice facility out the Mass Pike.
He just put his hand to the ground to say, Tatum, you're too small. You can't guard me.
Look.
Here we go. Tatum against Brown. The Celtics going head-to-head. Oh, he tried to cross him over, and it went off his foot and out of bounds. And he looks over to D. Wade.
I'm looking across, and Will Hardy's got a smile on his face, who was the assistant coach with the Celtics last year. Of course, now the excellent young coach for the Utah Jazz.
Team LeBron down 10 in the quarter. 36 seconds to go. Brown against Tatum. Step back three. Yes! Oh, again puts the hand down to say you're too small, my friend. All right, Tatum wants to make a run at him. Tatum with an outstanding third quarter against his teammates. Step back three on its way. It's good! Jason Tatum, 44 points, crushing it in the third quarter.
How is Boston good offensively? Who do they have that can score?
We're watching it here in the third. 12 seconds ago. Team Giannis, by the way, has 59 third-quarter points, 158 for the game. Last shot of the third. Brown against Tatum. Behind-the-back dribble. Can't get by him. Turns. Half a second to go. He's not going to get off a shot. And Tatum says, look, I got some defense as well. That's a fun ending to the third quarter.
How about those two? That was more defense than the one-on-one between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Tatum sets the record, 27 points in the third quarter. He's got 44 for the game, and Team Giannis puts up 59 points. They win the third quarter, another $100,000 for Raise the Future. They have $400,000 in the bank, 158 to 141. Team Giannis leads. LeBron will add 24 to the total for Team Giannis. We will have a target score of 182 for the win. The fourth quarter's coming up next. This is the 2023 NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by Indeed.
Let me guess. Unknown caller? You could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails with online privacy protection. The latest innovation from Discover will help regularly remove your personal info, like your name and address, from 10 popular people search websites that could sell your data. And we'll do it for free. Activate in the Discover app. See terms and learn more at discover.com/online privacy protection.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. That's code PAW24. Use code PAW24 for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill-up. Tax not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Strong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell her 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Kevin Winter with you inside our studios. Welcome to the Jason Tatum Corner.
Durant in the game. Bounces into Tatum.
Very nice pass.
Tatum retreats to the three-point line and hits another. He's on a heater right now. Jason Tatum with 31 points. Tatum being defended by Embiid. Steps back into the corner. Off balance. 3 is good. 37 for Jason Tatum, who's got 20 in the period.
That was the contested 3.
He had 27 in the quarter. That's a new record. He has 44 for the game. He's closing in on the scoring record. And Team Giannis with a 158-141 lead. We will set our Elam ending total at 182. Let's go to Woody before we join the crew. Back to you.
Man, that was a lot of fun watching Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown go at it one-on-one there. And I spoke with Jaylen Brown before the game about their relationship, and he said, you know, it feels like our destiny is intertwined. We came up together. It would be great to win a championship together, and that's our goal. We've talked about it, and they have a lot of love, respect, and he said camaraderie and confidence that has built together. Guys, I'm going to send that back to you.
Roz, thank you very much. And Jason Tatum's going to start this fourth quarter on the floor, so we know his coach is over on Team Giannis.
The masked man is also on the floor.
Jaylen Brown's out there, too. Joe Mazzulla, of course, the Celtics head coach, is the Team Giannis coach, and Jason Tatum is 8 points away from some history, at least tying 9 from having the record.
I guarantee you, Joe Mazzulla, even though he's proud of the way his guys are playing and going at each other, he's a little concerned. He'd feel a little better if they were sitting on the bench next to him.
And Jaylen Brown was dribbling up floor with the mask kind of over his head. Now he adjusts it, gives it up to Kyrie Irving. So Team LeBron needs 41 points to win the game, 24 for Giannis. We're untimed here in the fourth quarter as Brown misses a 3. Lowry Markkanen from the Jazz, a straight-on 3 is a miss, rebounded by Kyrie Irving. Team LeBron needs a lot of points. Julius Randle down floor, misses a 3, rebounded by Sabonis.
Look out.
Up ahead, Tatum, dribbling on the arc, gives it up to Mitchell. His 3 rolls off, no good, Embiid the rebound. This might be the closest contested we'll have in the game tonight here in the fourth. Pass out on top, Irving. No look to the left side, Embiid. Splits a double, got deep, and throws it home. And has a word for a few guys on Team Giannis' bench. Mitchell trying to get around Irving, lays it up and in through contact.
Donovan Mitchell was, in my opinion, leading the MVP voting until Jason Tatum exploded in the third quarter.
He obliterated things in the third as Tyrese Halliburton scores for Team LeBron, 160-145. Team Giannis, they need to get 182. Siakam with it to Mitchell on the right. Donovan lifts for 3 and hits. 35 points for the former Jazz, Donovan Mitchell.
19 to get to the target score.
Irving will send it over to Halliburton. His 3 is in and out. Rebounded by Embiid. Out to Halliburton. Another 3 trying, he hits.
Joel Embiid looks like he's motivated here. Going after some rebounds and some block shots.
Sabonis throws to the rim where Tatum grabs and flushes. 46 points for Jason Tatum.
Domantas Sabonis is a very good passer, not quite as good as his father.
And his dad was the Hall of Famer, Arvydas Sabonis, as Julius Randle is fouled by Mitchell. Another thing, right from the jump, Team Giannis, who was a captain twice previously, lost both. I mean, he took Damian Lillard with the first pick, and he's like, I'm in it to win it. And he relishes a chance to win here, and as you pointed out, they're only 17 points away. Irving off the inbound to Halliburton, wide open, thinks about it, shoots, and drops the right wing triple.
Okay, well, I didn't realize Tyrese Halliburton had such a pure stroke. It's a funny-looking shot. It is. As that baby bends the wrist and then just burns it.
Jason Tatum hits another three-pointer. What a second half for Tatum, up to 49 points, 3 away from tying Anthony Davis's all-time All-Star game record. 168-151, Team Giannis. Halliburton gives it to the cutting Randle, who flushes with two hands.
Okay, there's Embiid again, knocked the ball loose.
Steal, and now Jaylen Brown has it. Doesn't have numbers. Flips it back to Embiid. Shovels to Halliburton. Checks his feet. Corner three. Yes! Halliburton with a triple. Team LeBron trying to make the comeback. Down 168-156. Mitchell on the drive. Fouled by Embiid. Remember, we're untimed here. The first team to 182 will win the 72nd All-Star game, and Team Giannis is 14 points away.
Look who's coming in.
Dame Lillard.
Tyrese Halliburton shoots .399. I think we can round that up. He's a 40% three-point shooter, and he shot it better than that this week.
For the record, a three-pointer good. Tying the record, Jason Tatum. He's got 52 points.
He knows he needs one more.
Here's Kyrie Irving driving. Layup is good. Team Giannis is only 11 points away. Tatum 1 point away from the record.
Does Joe get him when he breaks the record, or does he leave him in?
Here's Tatum passing it off this time to Siakam. Drives under the basket outside to Mitchell. Donovan's three is good. Team Giannis up to 174 points. They're 8 away.
How about Tatum and Mitchell between them have 90 points? 90.
Team Giannis looking for its first ever win at the All-Star game as Halliburton sends it over to Embiid. Floats to the corner. One-legged three, no good. Mitchell has it. Looking down floor. Gives it to Tatum for the All-Star game scoring record. A three, it's a miss. Long rebound. Kyrie Irving saves it in the corner.
Got a pained expression. Jason's disappointed in himself. He wanted that.
Here's Irving for three. Missed it. Rebound. Jaylen Brown flies in an offensive board. Fades to the corner. Lifts for three. It's a miss. Irving, unblocked out, is able to grab the rebound and put it in. 174-160. Team Giannis leads. Damian Lillard finds the cutting market and goes strong and tomahawks it down. They are 6 points away. Jason Tatum's like, there's no clock here. I need a point before this ends.
And some of his teammates do not realize what's going on.
Tatum nearly got the steal. He did get it. Mitchell saves it. Tatum, for the record, goes for the layup. He missed the bunny. Tapped out to Siakam and now poked away by Randle. Flips it up ahead to Jaylen Brown, and he throws it down hard with one hand. 176-162.
6 to the target for Team Giannis.
Mitchell, a floater down floor. Tatum's there, and he'll have to earn it at the free throw line. Fouled right at the cup. Jason Tatum with a free throw can set the record.
Yeah, Team LeBron was not going to give it to him. They're going to make him earn it.
Joel Embiid contested at the rim, committed the foul. Jason Tatum had 17 points in the first half. He exploded for 27, a record for any quarter in an All-Star game. And now a free throw away from a record, and he shorts it. Missed it first. One more free throw to come. Bam Adebayo first coming in for Team Giannis, which is 6 points away from victory here in Salt Lake City. Siakam out.
It's one of our two contestants from Cameroon.
Joel Embiid the other.
Pascal Siakam.
Here's Tatum's free throw. He's got it, and it's an All-Star game record. 53 points for Jason Tatum. And Team Giannis is 5 points away from an All-Star victory. There's Jaylen Brown, reverse dunk off the feet from Kyrie.
Jaylen Brown is enjoying playing. He is not like not being able to play.
Donovan Mitchell into the front court. Pulls a long three, no good. Rebound to Brown. Team LeBron needs some points in a hurry. Randall has it, drives, flushes. They're up to 166, so they're 16 away.
They're 16 away. Team Giannis, 5 away. And Dame, I think, is about to launch.
No LeBron James in the second half. Hand injury. Damian Lillard misses wide left on the long three. Can Team LeBron make the comeback? Kyrie feeds Brown down the lane. Layup's good. They're up to 168. 177 for Team Giannis. 5 points away. Tatum gives it up to Mitchell. Mitchell drives, fakes the pass, and floats it up and in. 3 points away for Team Giannis. 179-168 lead. Down floor to Kyrie Irving. Feeds Halliburton at the top. Tyrese gives it up to Kyrie. Shot clock at 13. Backs up beyond the three. Over to Jaylen Brown, missing a three. And now a three-pointer can win it for Team Giannis. Donovan Mitchell from half court lets it fly, missed it, air ball, and it goes out of bounds across the baseline.
3 points. Team Giannis gets to the target score. 14 points needed from Team LeBron.
They need a heck of a run right now to keep it going as Jaylen Brown gets by Donovan Mitchell at half court, drives down the lane, lays it up and in.
Pushes his teammate away from him, shot it with his left hand and pushed Jason Tatum backwards with his right.
Tatum inside the arc, drives down the lane, lays it in, extends his record to 55 points, and Team Giannis is 1 point away. 181-170, the lead for Team Giannis.
It's okay if I fill out my MVP ballot?
It's an easy one tonight, isn't it? You put the right name down. Here's Kyrie Irving floating across the free throw line, missed it, and now Team Giannis a chance to win it here. Damian Lillard, it's Dame time. He did this a couple years ago, half-court miss. He made it in Atlanta a couple of years ago, and now here's a steal by Lillard at half court. Lets it fly again. Missed that one. It was on target, just short. And it caroms out of bounds to Team LeBron. 181-170, Team Giannis lead.
I'm sure everybody saw it on the board because they have the TNT graphics, but I'm surprised they didn't make an announcement.
Oh, for the 55?
Yep.
Here's Embiid's three, missing it. Rebounded by Markkanen, and Team Giannis again with a chance to win it. Donovan Mitchell inside half court three on its way, no good. Only need 1 point.
The only way
for drama.
Team LeBron can win it is these guys keep shooting 40-foot threes.
Windmill dunk on one end. Tatum looking to end it here. Oh, he stepped on the sideline. Out of bounds. Team LeBron trailing 181-172.
Look at the three auxiliary officials who assisted Mark Lindsay with the call. Luka, LeBron, and Nikola Jokic all pointing to the floor. He stepped out.
Sounds like a good law firm.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Brown on top against his former team, or against his current teammate, Jason Tatum. Brown over Tatum. Rainbow three goes down. 181-175. Team Giannis, another chance to end it. Tatum has it on top of the arc with an NBA All-Star Game record, 55 points. So pass it off to Markkanen. Yeah, the Jazz fans want him to get the winner. Corner three, circles out, no good. Tipped and an offensive rebound to Lillard. Game time from the hash. Hits it. Damian Lillard, the game-winning three. Team Giannis with the win.
Game time, pointing to the wristwatch, the imaginary wristwatch. I thought Lauri Markkanen was going to get it. Remember, Walker Kessler got the finish, the other Jazz player on Friday night.
184-175. Team Giannis, for the first time in 3 times as an All-Star captain, has a victory, beating Team LeBron 184-175 on a record night. Jason Tatum with 55 points in the win.
Kevin Winter would be upset with me if I didn't take note of the fact that the Celtic tandem combined for 90, count them, 90 points. 55 for Jason Tatum, 35 for Jaylen Brown.
38 second-half points for Jason Tatum, who had a 38-point game into the All-Star break. We told you the youngest Celtic ever to 4 All-Star games. He can become the first Celtic ever to average 30 points in a season as they'll resume their chase as the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. He's averaging over 30 points per game. But tonight, it's a record for Jason Tatum, 55 points. And a win for Team Giannis, 184-175 over Team LeBron. LeBron stayed till the end. He's coming over right now, right in front of us. One last handshake and hug for Dwayne Wade. LeBron played the first half. He contested a ball at the rim and didn't play the second half with his hand as we send it across the court to Monica McNutt.
Thanks, Cassie. All right, Donovan. In any other game, a 40-piece would be probably the top performer. But your teammate tonight, Jason Tatum, put up 55. What was that like?
Man, it was fun. We were going back and forth. We both talked about going to get it. He got hot. That's great to see. Greatness, especially both of us. We've known each other since high school. So to come up and be on this stage doing what we're doing, man, it's special.
Just for clarification, I'm with Donovan Mitchell, who had 40 points tonight. All right, you're back in a city that you spent a lot of time. Utah showed mad love. I'm not even going to hold you. What did you think of this weekend?
It was a lot of fun. It was good to be back. Glad to see, some familiar faces. Life comes at you full circle to come back as a starter. And I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful we had a great weekend and get to be on some fantastic players. It was a lot of fun.
Now you'll take a few days and rest, I'm sure, as you get ready for the final push of the regular season. What's the primary focus for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I make that push. Keep laying the foundation. That way when we get to the playoffs, we're ready to go. And I'm excited.
Thanks, Adam.
I appreciate it.
Back to you, Cassie.
All right, Monica, thanks a lot. In Cleveland, they're one of the beneficiaries of Brooklyn breaking it down, even though the Nets have been a spunky team ever since the Kevin Durant and the Kyrie trades. But Cleveland moved into fourth place, had a 7-game win streak end right before the All-Star break, very much in contention for home court in the first round as we come down to the final. They got, I think, 23 games before they finish out the regular season.
15 over is really impressive, and you said they're up to fourth, which is really good. They're only 2 games out of third and 4.5 games out of second. That's how tight. We talk about the West and what a bloodbath it is. The East, not much to divide the different teams in the East either.
By the way, Donovan Mitchell is the first player ever with 40 points and 10 assists in an All-Star game. And it's not going to get him the MVP tonight.
No, that's a pretty healthy double-double right there. Again, talked about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum combining for 90 points. How about Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell combining for 95? Pretty good tandem.
Very, very impressive. Giannis Antetokounmpo played the first minute of the game, got the start, picked his team, was dealing with the wrist injury. Let's hope that doesn't linger into the second half of the season. You and I will be in Milwaukee a week from today, next Sunday, against the Phoenix Suns. We don't know about Kevin Durant. Seems like it might be a little too soon to come back from the knee, but we'll see. But hopefully Giannis also, by resting this last week, will be available.
Yeah, hopefully he's healthy. And I'll tell you, talk about getting healthy. Three-point shooting was so abysmal at halftime. How about Team Giannis had 9 at the half, primarily because of Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell. They end up with 29 for the game, 20 in the second half, 18 of them by Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum.
As Team Giannis beats Team LeBron 184-175 in the final in Utah. As we continue our post-game festivities, first, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 2023 NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
This is 98.7 ESPN, a Good Karma Brands radio station. WEPN-FM, New York.
Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlissimo, Roz Goldenwood, Monica McNutt with you from Salt Lake City. We'll still have an interview with the most valuable player. I think we know who it is. Final score, Team Giannis 184, Team LeBron 175. More from Salt Lake City in a moment. You're listening to the 2023 NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app presented by Indeed.
Do you want to gain stability, benefits, and experience? As a youth development specialist with the City of New York, you can build a solid civil service career working with NYC's youth. Start earning over $47,000, and in 3 months, you could get a $2,500 bonus. Earn a pension, paid overtime, health care, and in just 5 years, over $60,000. Apply now at nyc.gov/YDS. Make a difference in the lives of our youth. Become a youth development specialist today. Learn more at nyc.gov/YDS.
Thank you to all of the business owners who kept people employed during the pandemic. For all you've done, you may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Paychex is proud to have helped more than 45,000 businesses secure over $9.2 billion in ERTC claims, an average of $190,000 per business. 50 years and thousands of experts in HR, payroll, benefits, and insurance. You may be eligible to claim the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a payroll tax refund from the United States Treasury Department, applicable to businesses who kept employees on payroll during the pandemic. The window is closing to claim your refund. Contact Paychex to see if you qualify. Visit paychex.com/ERTC to find out how Paychex can help you get additional cash into your business. Paychex.com/ERTC. Paychex.com/ERTC.
This is 98.7 ESPN. Lauren from Brooklyn.
Hey, the New York team's made some big trades already. Do you see them making any more moves before the NHL trade deadline?
You never know. Maybe there's one more coming, but you know who never stops making moves? The All-American Ford Auto Group. They're truly your Bronco headquarters with more than anyone in the tri-state area, and it's not even close. They're your Hat-Trick Auto Group, largest selection, great prices, and an award-winning experience. Visit my friends at All-American Ford with huge locations throughout New Jersey and Paramus, Hackensack, Old Bridge, and Point Pleasant. Shop online at allamericanford.net.
This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app.
Welcome back to Vivint Arena in Salt Lake City. Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlissimo, Roz Goldenwoody, Monica McNutt with you, Kevin Winter in the studio. We are awaiting a most valuable player, although I think we have a good sense of who it is. Jason Tatum, 55 points, setting a new NBA All-Star standard, only the third player to score 50 or more, and it happens for the second straight year. Curry had 50 last year. Anthony Davis' record of 52 set in what was then his hometown of New Orleans, had 52 in 2017, and it is official now. The Kobe Bryant Trophy is handed to Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics.
Esty, how about if you're Kyrie Irving and you get 32 points and 15 assists? You're Jaylen Brown, you get 35 points and 14 rebounds, and you're Donovan Mitchell and get 40 points and 10 assists, and you're not even anywhere.
Footnote in history.
You weren't close. Double-double for Jason Tatum, 55, 10 boards, 6 assists, a block, and a steal. Not bad.
Impressive. And those records we were talking about, if you're with us, he had 27 third-quarter points. That was a record, most points in a quarter.
That was his record.
That's right.
Went from 22 to 23 to 27, and then, all in the third.
And then 38 second-half points is the most points in any half in an All-Star game. And, of course, 55 is now the benchmark to go in NBA All-Star history. He's being interviewed at center court right now by Ernie Johnson on TNT, and as soon as they're done, we will have an interview with Jason Tatum coming up as well. We mentioned Team LeBron, who had won 5 straight when they went to this format. This is only the 6th year of the format. First time they've lost. The 5 straight wins by any side had tied the Eastern Conference, won 5 straight in the early 80s. So it won't be 5 in a row, and LeBron only played the first half. Sounded like precautionary reasons coming out with his hand.
For sure, but I still think they'll be addressing down in that locker room. LeBron's not going to be happy with this loss by any stretch. He'll let his team know that.
Winning is the only standard at the All-Star game for Team LeBron and Team Giannis. Giannis took this seriously. He walked out about 4 hours ago onto the stage with a notebook. He knew exactly who he wanted to take, and as he said, I want to win. And he got the win.
Excuse me, he wanted John Morant so badly.
He picked him twice. Once he wasn't allowed to. But one of the big selections, I really thought that LeBron James would end up with Jason Tatum on his squad. He ended up on Team Giannis, and obviously that turned out to be the biggest difference in the game as Tatum goes for 55, Mitchell goes for 40, and Damian Lillard somehow went through a stretch where he missed 7 straight buckets but ended up with 26. Those were the 3 high scores for Team Giannis, finally with a win, 184 to 175 the final over Team LeBron. It was great to watch Jason Tatum go at it tonight with a record 55 points, standing by with Roz.
Jason, yesterday you told me you wanted to win the three-point contest. And how do you like an MVP of the All-Star game instead?
Yeah, I was a little bummed out last night. I didn't win, but, I'm leaving with something. So I take it.
You're leaving with the big one.
Yeah.
Actually, not only this, you're leaving with a record. You broke this all-time scoring record in the All-Star game. How did you approach scoring throughout the game, quarter by quarter?
I got the JT ones on. I got the debut of my own signature shoe. So I wanted to come out here with a little more motivation. And I just got hot in the third quarter. And they kept feeding me, and I kept knocking down shots.
There was a moment there where you and Jaylen Brown were going back and forth. How was that fun little moment between you and your teammate there?
That was really fun. Obviously, we've been on the same team, and we compete against each other all the time, one-on-one at practice. But I guess for the world to see it was pretty cool.
Okay, looking to the second part of the season, the Celtics right now stand at the top of the standings. What do you have to do as a team to get back to the finals? And I know the goal is to win the championship.
Stay healthy, get in a good rhythm, and just know that this is the final stretch. This is go time, and we know what it takes to get there. We just got to get it done.
All right, thanks. Congrats, Jason.
Thank you.
Guys.
Roz, thank you very much. Jason Tatum is still only 24 years of age, four-time All-Star, now an All-Star MVP, and holds the record at 55 points. Look back at that historic third quarter.
Well, he said he got a little hot.
Got a little hot?
He got a little hot in the third.
That's not white hot? What did he do? What's his line there?
10 for 14 from the field, 7 for 11. That sounds good from the three-point line. 5 boards, an assist, a block shot, and, oh, by the way, 27 points.
27 as he ended up going for 38 in that second half. Team Giannis gets the win. Boston, by the way, just a skinny half game ahead of Milwaukee in the top of the Eastern Conference standings. The Bucks have won 12 straight. We will have Milwaukee's second game out of the break. They open their second half on ESPN television Friday night with Minnesota at Milwaukee, and then you and I will be in Milwaukee for the Suns and Bucks, and we'll be watching to see Giannis and the wrist that he sprained at the end of the first half.
Updates on KD and Giannis, and obviously both of them, the sooner they're back, the better for those two teams. I should mention Joel Embiid, too. I didn't include him because he didn't have a double-double, but, oh, by the way, he had 32 and 7.
And he played 27 minutes.
Yeah. Look at it. The scoring on that side, a pair of 32s, Kyrie Irving and Joel Embiid. Jaylen Brown showed the way with 35. Tyrese Halliburton got on fire, 4 for 6 from 3, and he got 18. That was an impressive weekend for Tyrese Halliburton.
It was a little bit of a coming-out party for him, the Indiana Pacers second-year man. I mentioned Embiid playing 27 minutes because he's got the sore foot as they head into the second half, and then we will, of course, wait for the postgame and hear what they talk about in the locker room on LeBron James, who contested at the rim, may have hit the rim, may have hurt his hand a little bit,
I don't know
came out precautionary.
It looked like one of those, and I'm obviously speculating, it was the basket away from us, like where he reached up and the rim may have gone between his fingers. We'll see. He was out there helping the officials make calls, encouraging his team.
Got to have LeBron James with the Lakers sitting 13th in the West. They are 3 games in the loss column out of the 10 seed, and the Lakers will open up their second half on Friday against Golden State. So that'll do it for our All-Star Game coverage. Reminder, ESPN Radio's got you covered with Saturday night, Celtics and Sixers from Philadelphia, 8 Eastern time. Mike Cousins, Monica McNutt will have that call. PJ and I will be in Milwaukee Sunday afternoon for the Suns and the Bucks beginning at 12:30 Eastern time. Team Giannis earns $450,000 for Raise the Future, their charity here tonight. And Team Giannis gets its first ever win, beating Team LeBron. Final score, 184-175. Jason Tatum with a record 55 points tonight.
Heck of a weekend.
That was a lot of fun,
really
man.
Good weekend.
3 straight days, had a good time. And thanks to our entire crew, for PJ Carlissimo, Monica McNutt, Roz Gold on Woody, our producer, John Medani, our program director, Peter Chacon, all weekend long, and the guys who made us sound great tonight, Al Rosenberg, Dave Sniff, our engineers. I'm Mark Kestisher. That'll do it from Salt Lake City as we turn it over to Kevin Winter in the studio, and here is the post-game show.
Chesty, PJ, Roz, Monica, it has been an absolute pleasure to work with you guys this weekend, and what a weekend it has been here in Salt Lake City. Team Giannis, 184. Team LeBron, 175. The NBA on ESPN Radio has been presented by Indeed. Looking for quality candidates this new year? Look no further than Indeed. Their new video interview tool takes the hassle out of virtual hiring. Visit Indeed.com/credit. The postgame show's next. This is the 72nd NBA All-Star Game on ESPN Radio. The ESPN